is Montymeh. I'm Micah. This is Missy. Missy is my partner. She actually worked at a Greek restaurant for about a year, and so she knows a lot of the ins and outs. And I thought it would be a really fun experience for everybody involved to watch some kitchen nightmares and get her take on a lot of things. So say hi, Missy.
Hi,
welcome,
Missy.
welcome.
Hello, everybody. And technically, I worked at a food truck and then a Greek restaurant for a year.
Oh, okay. My bad. You're right. You're right.
Yeah, two very different experiences, but very similar. So,
Right. Well, you're right. It is very similar, but I think a food truck is a little bit more condensed, right? A
it is
smaller
it
menu.
is a lot more. It is a lot more condensed. There's definitely a smaller menu because you have limited space.
Yeah.
Um, so you know,
I don't know if they have any food truck versions of Kitchen Nightmares. That would be an interesting one. But I picked this one. It's called Filet Mignon Fondue. Doesn't go well. I didn't know filet mignon fondue was a thing.
I mean, are you dipping the filet mignon in fondue?
Is fondue normally cheese? Isn't fondue normally cheese? Like,
Well, you know what? Yeah, that's just. Well, I mean, there's like chocolate fondue.
yeah.
So I don't know. Let's look up what fondue
O
FONDUE
N D U E.
meaning.
Because I think
Okay, a dish in which small pieces of food are dipped into a hot sauce or a hot cooking medium, such as oil or broth.
oh, okay.
Okay,
So
so fondue just basically it's cheese fondue. That's what we most know, and it's just because the cheese is heated up, and so you're dipping it into the hot cheese, and
uh-huh.
then chocolate fondue because the chocolate is okay, but um,
Well, they did say oils.
they did say oil, so deep frying.
You mean I have to go to a restaurant and cook myself? I'm
Well, I
paying
mean,
for that.
so would you consider a place that does a hot pot as a fondue?
I mean, if I'm getting sushi on the side, maybe not. So maybe that's what they're doing, you know?
No, that's a weird question. I don't think that
Oh,
I okay, because like you go to those places and they have the hot pot and you put all the stuff in the pot and it cooks.
yeah.
Um, but like would that be considered a fondue?
Not
I know on
a
a
clue.
cultural standpoint they're very different things, but the concept
I mean,
by the definition.
technically, I've never seen a fondue done in oil before. I've only ever seen cheese or chocolate fondue. So I'm not saying it doesn't exist because you just read it out to me, but that's just the only ones. I think the cheese is more common.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or you know, on a dessert standpoint.
But okay, let's jump in and see what this is all about and whether or not you should make a filet mignon fondue. It doesn't apparently go well, but we're gonna figure it out. So I'm gonna go ahead and press play.
Mount Sinai, New York, an upper middle class town on the North Shore of Long Island. Inhabited by the working class and city commuters, with no shortage of trendy eateries. And then there's the Handlebar.
Hello, Handlebar. How can I help you?
Bill Leroy, a former construction worker, and his wife Carolyn bought the Handlebar
Oh,
just
she's
1
so
year
cute.
ago.
Oh boy, the Handlebar was a really nice place, and when I saw it was for sale, I jumped on it.
And our specials menu. When we came into the Handlebar, we saw that it had been run down.
Oh,
But
ew.
Billy being so handy,
Ew.
we
Ew.
saw the potential of having a great place.
Bless you.
Sorry,
This
mouth
was
is
the place
dry.
to be. This was
You're
the place
okay.
that the judges came. This was the place that the lawyers came, the doctors came.
Oh,
Now it's
so it
not
used
like
to be
that
really
anymore.
good.
The nightmare began when 70% of the money was coming from the bar and almost nothing was coming from the dining room. When you can't turn 18 tables on a Friday or a Saturday night, you're in a lot of trouble.
I think you could lean into it, you
Bill
know,
is
and sell
an
stuff
okay
at
manager.
the bar.
Can I bother you to make me a cup of coffee?
Billy usually stays at the bar.
Well-
but being an owner, he has
It
to
just
be more
means
involved.
that it doesn't mean that they're not selling food. It just means that most of it is coming through from alcohol.
Yes, and I was
Because you
saying I
can-
think you could lean into it a little bit, and make like drink specials and stuff like that in order to get more money to come in to kind of make up for the hit at the restaurant end of the restaurant. That's just like a little businessy thing that I probably would do.
I mean, that absolutely makes sense, but I think he's like, I just wanted to run a nice restaurant.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Like, answer the phone.
I like his mustache.
Sometimes he can be very grouchy.
Handlebar the restaurant, handlebar the mustache.
I know, it's really
His
on
mood
point.
swings change.
I've had it with these people.
This place is gross.
Ew.
Like dirt, filth that had been built up over the past 20 years.
They didn't
The
clean
interior
before then?
looks dated.
The decor,
That doesn't look
I think
that
it's
bad.
great. The core menu is basically the same as I inherited with the restaurant.
They look disgusting. I don't know why.
You
anybody
inherited
orders
the
them.
Melissa
menu?
is an excellent chef.
Well, you
I'm
could
not a
buy,
chef.
I guess,
I don't
if
claim-
you buy the restaurant.
Okay.
I'm not a chef.
Is that really what she just said?
Yeah, she said I'm not a chef. Melissa's the head chef. I'm not a chef.
Disgusting. I don't know why anybody orders them.
Melissa is an excellent chef.
I'm not a chef. I don't claim to be a chef. I don't want to be a chef. I'm not very creative.
Then why are you here?
The food is
Crap.
Okay, before Melissa went and threw that little curveball in, I was going to say that the interior is sometimes, you know, you could go to a bad restaurant and if the food is good, the food is good, you know, and it doesn't really matter what it looks like. But if your restaurant doesn't look good and your food's not good, nobody's coming to it.
Yeah. I mean, if you're gonna go with a theme, be on point.
Right, but like if it's old and vintage, you could lean into it and really decorate
Like
it
I
up to
said-
look old and vintage.
Well, yeah, that's what I was saying. Lean into it. Go with a whole theme. Like, you know what? We're going with like 80s, like, you know, dive bar or something. I don't know. Like, lean into it or something.
right.
You know, or like 80s vintage and just like also have like 80s vintage food or something. I don't know.
Now, I don't know about Melissa and why she is not claiming to be a chef, yet she took a job that clearly states you're a chef. So we'll find out.
Okay.
What?
Okay. Well, to be fair,
Uh-huh.
your mom called us down one day randomly in like 2015 and was like, hey, or maybe it might have been 2016, but like early. And even was like, hey, do either you girls want to help with my friend's food truck?
Yes, and you were the cook in our family because
And
I immediately was like, you want me to cook? Me?
Yeah. Well, and I was like, sure, why not? I could use some extra money. And, you know,
I was like, is she
Um,
hoping to make insurance fraud? Because, like, I can go and burn it down. That's what my cooking
Girl.
would be.
girl,
Remember the tapioca incident?
I was just thinking about the tapioca.
I am not the
Oh.
cook at all in this whole, like, family at all. It's you. You're the
you
one who does the
are-
cooking.
You are really good at baking, though.
That's why I thought tapioca would be a good choice to go with, but apparently it was not the right move at all. And yeah, at all.
It happens. It happens. But yeah, that's how I wound up on the food truck because it was owned by Micah's mom's best friend's friend. And
And then it
yeah,
spiraled from there, and you ended up at a Greek restaurant.
mhm. Because I had a scheduling conflict before and I was right up front with the lady and I said I cannot work these dates because, we worked conventions at the time. And I'm like,
No, we
convention?
didn't work conventions. We ran conventions. That's what Missy and I do a lot is at the time we ran about 3 to 4 conventions a year.
Yeah.
Like we don't work them. We're not necessarily. We were staff. We ran them.
We
We
were
set them up, and we
yeah.
managed
And
conventions.
so okay, like if I was just like okay, yes, like to rephrase that, I was integral part of staff
Mm. You were in charge
and
of market at the time. I won't
yeah.
go into much more detail, but yeah.
Yeah. Like even vendor like small. It was like within, but anyway,
Well, yeah,
small like
but only
room to
one,
room.
two were
Or
within, three were
uh
within. Yeah,
I don't know, but
they
we
were all
did we
kind of
did
within.
yeah, we did things with anyway. So it was like
We were in
I'm
charge
like
of a department.
I told her right up front. I'm like I will not be working these days. Not even I cannot. I will not. And then as we were getting much closer to our second really big convention that we did of the year, our second biggest one, um, she was like, "Hey, I'm gonna need you to work on these days," and I'm like, "I already told you I can't work on those days.
Yeah,
I
you
already told
told her
you."
the day that you started
I
working.
I
You
told
were
her
like,
right up.
these are the days I will need
I
off.
am unavailable to work these days. It is not my fault that you
As the
signed a
owner,
contract. It's not my fault that you signed a contract to go be at football games
during
for
this time and didn't have the
yeah,
staffing to do it and couldn't
exactly. And
rely on me to do it either because I was in, you know,
no, you just kind of you helped with like drinks
yeah.
on the outside, like
Well,
4th of July and some other things.
I have like a severe onion allergy, and so I couldn't be in the food truck. I could not be inside of the food truck for fear of having a bad reaction where my eyes would like swell up and
And
close up.
I did cook onions in the food truck.
Yes,
So,
and so I always was on the outside. So if I helped out, I sold like drinks and snacks and stuff that didn't necessarily
yeah.
need to be cooked, from a table outside that was set up against the
Yeah.
food truck. So, yeah, that's
But
my limited kitchen experience.
but
So I
but
sold drinks.
this lady, she goes, "Well, then I'm gonna have to just get somebody to replace you." And I'm like, "You mean for those days?" And I'm like, "Or you mean permanently?" She goes, "Well, I mean permanently." I'm like, "Okay." I mean, honestly, I enjoyed my experience on the food truck. It was a unique, fun experience. There was times where it was really, really stressful. I mean, I probably let myself get taken a little advantage of on some things.
You
Um,
got taken advantage of a lot in the restaurant industry.
I did.
And
I did.
you know,
Um,
I
well, I know more about myself now,
yeah.
and I think I would be more willing to stand up for myself now.
Yeah, you have to
Um,
have really good boundaries to work in like wait staff and the kitchen and bartending and anything to do with the restaurant because if you don't, you just end up doing all the jobs. Unless
tell
you
me
can be
about
like,
it. I could
"No,
do
that's not part of
I
my job description."
cannot tell you how many times like again, I still see this lady on a rare occasion.
Yeah. And
Because
there's
again,
no hard
friend of a
feelings.
friend.
She's like
No,
a
no,
friend of
there's
my
no hard
mom's.
feelings. Yeah, there's no hard feelings. Like at all. But like she'd be like, I would have to come over and scrub the food truck top to bottom,
Yeah.
which you didn't pay me for. So that was like that wasn't terrible. But I mean, she did also have me like come over and like scrub her house one time when she had family coming. Again, she paid me for it. But like
But
I should
that's not what you
uh
were hired to do.
no, but at the time I was also doing house cleaning for other
I
people,
think if
you
you
know.
agree to do like small in jobs and you set that boundary that you're okay with it, then that's
Like I
how it
feel
starts to spiral, you know?
yeah, but I feel like cleaning the food truck that's relevant to food
Hmm.
truck, you
Oh,
know.
also,
Um
quick disclaimer, guys. This is more of a commentary than it is a reacts. We talk a lot. So,
sorry,
no,
not
no,
sorry.
it's fine. I expected as much, but if that's not your style, that's totally fine. Catch us in the next one and keep on scrolling. No harm, no
Ugh,
foul. We'll see you in the next one. But anyways, yeah, that's gonna be our style, is we tend to talk a lot.
yeah. Yeah, yeah.
Especially
I'm
for
a
fair use purposes, because we don't want to get copyrighted on
mhm.
watching a video as a react, so you have to actually interject a lot.
Yeah. So, my very last day on that food truck, and then we'll go get back to the thing.
Okay.
Um, so so her and her husband, they were contemplating selling the food truck. So they were friends with an owner of a Greek restaurant. He was kind of shadowing on the food truck, and this is my last day.
Because he was
The
looking
last
into buying a food truck,
because he
right?
was
So he
looking into
needed to
buying the
know.
food truck. So he
Yeah.
wanted to see like the ins and the outs and all of that. And as far as I know, he never actually did buy a food truck.
Mm.
Um, but he was really, really impressed because here I am being screamed at by this German woman, you know, we need brats, where's my Reuben, where's this? And it's just boom, 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 boom. I have ADHD, so I work really well under pressure.
Right.
So it's like boom, 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 boom. And I'm moving fast. And he kind of looks at me and he's like, so why'd you get fired? And so I explained the scheduling conflict. And I was like, I told her right up front that I can't work these days. She wants me to work those days. I'm not working those days. So this is my last day. So he looked at me and he's like, do you want to come work in my kitchen? And I'm like, bet. So that was a Wednesday. I had an interview on a Thursday, and my first day was Friday. So I was unemployed for like 20 minutes.
Now, I think that in the food industry, and I could be wrong, but I think it's pretty frowned upon for one restaurant to, what's the word I'm looking for? Poach employees
um,
into another restaurant?
well, okay, but it was also the fact that I was already been fired from the food truck.
Yeah, but you hadn't left the food
Um,
truck. That was
I
like
don't know.
your last day. And I really think, because you didn't sign anything, it was just a spoken
No,
thing.
yeah,
She could have backed on that and said, I'm being a little bit, ridiculous and,
I would have figured out how to balance both, I guess.
right,
Or I would have told her, hey, no, this is a better gig.
right.
Um, but
But I wonder
well,
if, well, I was
I
just
don't
wondering,
know
I
because
was just wondering if the bosses, because we never actually heard about them interacting again afterwards, if they had a fight over it or if it's just really frowned upon to do something like that so soon after, or if your food truck boss was okay with it. We never
well, what
actually found out any of
I
that.
don't know about that either. I never
Yeah.
actually asked her about it. But while I was working at the Greek restaurant, there was a cook that came and he was only there for like 2 weeks. He was not very good at his job. He did not last. But he had been from another restaurant in that same little strip.
Uh-huh.
And so I don't know, maybe Greek restaurant owner poach people regularly. I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe he had a bad habit of that.
Maybe I don't know. But anyway, yeah, that's how I ended up in the Greek restaurant.
Yeah, some little background.
Yeah, yeah. So
Okay,
All right.
we're only 2 minutes into this.
Let's get a little more than 2 minutes into this.
Yeah.
I think hiring me wasn't necessarily the best idea. I don't even know what I'm doing here. I don't intend for it to be my career.
I really don't
She
think
would be
Melissa
me.
has any weaknesses as a cook.
She doesn't have any
The day we
weaknesses.
call it
I'm
quits is
sorry,
the
are y'all
day
talking
we
about
have
the same
not
person?
One penny to put into this place. We took out an equity line of credit that's almost maxed out and drained our savings account.
God help us.
If the handlebar fails, we'd risk losing our house.
Oh,
Then
no.
I'd never want to lose my house.
We need to worry about you and me and the handlebar. Bottom line.
If Chef Ramsay doesn't come here, our time is very limited. I definitely don't think it's another year.
Oh, less than a year? Oh, that's so sad. I
was sick.
as somebody who owns a business, and no,
Oh,
it's not a
yes.
restaurant, but Missy and I own our own business, which is
Chef
how we
Gordon
ended
Ramsay
up
is on a mission.
Pause.
which is how we ended up doing conventions and stuff like that. I do not at all recommend doing any kind of loan where you put your house up as collateral or where you would risk your home if you couldn't pay it, you know? I think that it's harder, but sometimes starting with a small pot or a small handful of money and working your way up, because you could start with a small, like, um, restaurant or a small business, even a small food truck, and work your way up to an actual restaurant, you know, and put that money in so it's less of a risk. Sometimes jumping into a whole restaurant is a huge burden, especially if you don't have the experience to back it up and you don't know necessarily what you're doing. And sometimes it works out well, and sometimes people end up homeless, and it's so sad to see that happen. And
And
I
in
really
this
hope that,
economy? Now, I mean,
yes,
I think this,
I hope that doesn't happen for them.
judging by everything, this is going to be like the late 2000s to
Yeah,
2010.
it looks like 2008.
Yeah. So it's gonna be in like the late 2000s, 2010s,
Hmm.
something like that. Oh God, I'm old. Um, but I mean, even then, in this economy, and I mean, you and I, we make we're seamstresses and
Yeah,
stuff, and you know,
yeah, we
uh,
make clothes and stuff like that, but I I certainly would not have just made clothes and then jumped into a buying a store, you know, without
oh,
having
certainly not,
started
certainly not.
somewhere, you
I
know?
mean, oh no, our goal this year is to work on our website.
I think it's
And,
very
you
unfair
know,
for me to just assume that they have no background though, but from the sounds of it, they just jumped into this restaurant without having much background.
yeah, we don't know. It was kind of an impulse buy, I thought they said.
Yeah.
Um, we don't know like what necessarily they did before or anything, but I mean, I know this year because of you and me having different health problems, our business has been put more, well, in 2024, our business was more put on the sideline.
Yeah, and that's the thing. When you start to have health problems or when life gets in the way, your business is going to suffer for it because A, you can't put in
And
as much energy or attention to your business as possible, especially if you are not at the point where it's self-sufficient.
yeah,
Yeah.
and so that was a hard blow last year. And I know now that we have things, we're not great, but we're more stabilized.
Yeah, and most like restaurants that are like not mom and pop restaurants are that are chains are self-sufficient. But mom and pop restaurants, these like little single restaurants, they're not self-sufficient. And if you get sick or if life happens and you can't give the attention that the restaurant deserves, it's going to suffer for it. And that's just the sad fact. And that's why you don't put your entire life savings into a restaurant. It's bad business management.
My grandparents, my dad's parents, they actually had a little drive-in diner for a while
Yeah.
called Pop's Drive-In. And they put money in it and it was doing really, really well.
Until.
I don't well, they did eventually have to sell it. But
Yeah.
I mean it was doing really well. I'll have to ask my dad more about that.
Ooh,
Yeah.
future episode
Yeah,
here where
future
we get to hear
episode.
about the drive-in
Yeah,
diner.
y'all can have a story time about Pop's Drive-In
Okay.
another day. All right, press play. Oh, look, Gordon Ramsay's driving a Hummer.
Mission to turn the handlebar around.
Yes, he is. Oh, look at the GPS.
Oh my god.
Doesn't it
That
remind
is-
you of ours? Like the
Yes.
first ones we ever had?
Yes, that is definitely, definitely like the 2000.
Do I go right? Because they both say west.
Okay, so you're gonna bear to the right,
Right.
and there's gonna be like a big shopping center right after it.
Okay, there it
Oh,
is.
they're next to a
there,
dance
handlebar.
store. Or a
There's
dance
Gordon
studio.
Ramsay.
How do you know?
I just talked to
Or
him on the
they
phone.
have a
Get
dance
out of here.
Yeah.
floor.
Oh, maybe. I didn't even think of that.
Handlebar. Finally. Now we're in Mount Sinai, just outside New York. Mount Sinai. Sounds a little bit like cyanide. I hope it doesn't taste like it.
Me too, Gordon. Me too. I'm a little
Um,
nervous for your fondue.
I don't think you can taste cyanide.
The man is an expert at what he
Can't
does.
some people
The
taste
man is
cyanide a little bit like
well-renowned
almonds?
chef.
No. No.
Owns
It
beautiful
smells
restaurants
like
because
bitter
I've seen
almonds.
them.
Oh, it smells like
So
bitter.
like
You
about
don't get that
half
way
the
because you're an idiot.
population can smell cyanide. It smells like bitter
Gordon
almonds.
Ramsay's like
Okay.
really hot. He has like a nice body.
But
and
you
stuff.
can't taste
Not
it.
to
He's
go,
very, very
not
hot.
to go on a
If
true
I didn't
crime
want to
tangent,
serve
but
him
that's how
because I just
coroners have been
talked and
like,
I
oh,
just
this
don't stop
person's been
talking.
poisoned.
So I was nervous if I
Oh.
said something stupid that I just wouldn't stop and I would just keep talking and talking and talking.
This is our dinner
Same,
menu.
girl, same.
We also have our price fix menu.
Okay, scroll
and
back.
early bird specials.
Okay, great. We'll have a quick look.
Roll back.
Thank you.
If I said something stupid that I just wouldn't stop and I would just keep
There?
talking and talking and talking.
Okay,
This
yeah,
is our
just,
dinner
just
menu.
Right.
We also have our price fix menu
Right.
and the early
Wow.
bird specials.
Okay, great. We'll have a quick look. Thank you.
okay. So that's like
One menu, two menu, three menu, four menu.
two,
Right.
three,
Definitely
four
quantity.
menus.
That's too many
Let's hope
menus.
it's quality.
I need to continue to cook this because I fucked up.
Again, this one's going to be real short, but again, on a business standpoint, the main thing you need to make sure is that it is easy for your customers to shop and buy. Having four menus is just going to frustrate your customers. They're not going to know what to buy, and they're going to end up either A, getting up and leaving, B, being too confused, and not enjoying the experience of buying because there are four menus. It's just make it simple for them.
Let's take
You
our
know-
Etsy shop days,
Yeah.
for instance.
Yeah, exactly.
We have the t-shirt listings. We make doll size clothes. So we had the t-shirt listing and all the colors listed in one listing. It was like the t-shirt and then you could pick your color instead of t-shirt in this color, this color, this color, this color, this color, this color. Although we did have to do that at first until they like updated to be able to actually do it that way.
But if you have too many items, customers get frustrated and then they move on. And the same could
Exactly.
be said for a restaurant. They get frustrated and then you're not going to have a return customer.
Girl, I don't make decisions well.
Exactly. The
Sometimes.
executive
And-
function doesn't function for some people.
I go into a restaurant, especially one like say you and I were going through Mount Sinai and we were hungry and we're like, "Hey, let's stop here." And I'm like, "Oh, hang on. I didn't have time to like pre-Google the menu to have like some idea." But even if I pre-Googled their menu, I'd be like, "What?
Right?
What?" So, and then I get in there and I'm like, I mean, one menu can make me freeze. I mean, there's a reason I default to chicken strips.
Yes.
Well, used to default to chicken strips. I'm gonna have to find something else to default to now. But I mean, there's a reason because like almost every place has chicken strips, and they're always gonna be like basically the same.
Right.
And so it's like, it can be overwhelming for some people, and for menus, that's that's overwhelming for anybody.
Right.
For menus.
That's a lot of menus.
I can see having like, here's our main menu, here's our special menus, here's the kids menu.
Right.
Like maybe you have like, I mean, especially if it's like a chain restaurant, they usually have like their kids menus on like colorable placemats,
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
like that's different. But like,
but you're not gonna give the kids menu unless you actually see a kid or they ask for it, you know?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And normally the kids menu is also on the regular like menu as well. But
Yeah.
like, you have like colored placemats for kids.
I think that depends on the restaurant, but yeah, basically.
Well, I guess it's more chain restaurants, but like, why for?
Pizza
I
fondue,
don't know, it's a
filet
lot.
mignon fondue, Swiss cheese fondue. Weird. Excellent.
You ready yet?
I'll go for the soup of the day.
Sorry, I have a
Today?
cat
I'll go
trying
for
to
the
climb in the
seafood
closet.
crepe as well.
Uh-oh.
And then I'm going to finish with the filet mignon fondue.
Filet mignon?
Please.
Away from
Thank
the
you, mate.
closet,
No
please.
problem.
Excellent. That was nice and busy.
Ollie or Binks?
Ollie.
Dining room's empty. Look at the place. The decor's ghastly. It's so 80s. Even the fish tank's been here longer than me. Gosh.
What am I doing? I think Chef Ramsay came close to ordering the worst things, but everything that's here is pretty much crap food.
You
Thank you.
cook
No
the
problem.
food, ma'am.
New
You
England
cook the
clam
food.
chowder.
When Chef Ramsay was sitting there, I was just praying that he was going to be happy with everything.
Where's Bill?
Let me see if I
Where
can
is he?
find him.
Thank you.
Dear goodness. Honey, Gordon would like to see you for a minute.
Great. First thoughts that went through my head was, oh my God.
I'd just like to say that's nicely seasoned, very tasty and perfect for a winter's day.
Ooh,
glad
we
you
got a
enjoyed it.
good
Nice.
review.
Melissa does a nice job.
Okay.
Crap.
Melissa actually
I'll check
can
on the rest of
cook,
the food.
except for we just pulled food out of the microwave.
He said you're
I don't even know what she just pulled out.
Yes, he loved it.
I don't
think
know.
Melissa's a great cook. I think she's very creative. I think Melissa underestimates herself.
How can you be
Her
creative if
totally.
you're pulling something pre-made out of the microwave?
There's some There's crab
I
in there, there's
mean,
lobster, and some shrimp in there also.
Thank you.
No problem.
some things
Also,
in
that's-
restaurant.
That's a tortilla.
Chef
That's
Ramsay
not
seems
crepes.
to have a habit to take
That's-
his food apart.
That's
before
not
he eats
crepes.
it.
That's a tortilla.
So I'm looking
It
forward
looks
to
like it
hearing
might
what
be
he
a
has to
crepe,
say.
not a tortilla. They
That
can
is
look
white
similar.
and
How
pale.
is everything?
as a
Crepes are
tortilla.
white.
Scallops are.
They have the little dots from like the
It
tortilla.
has dots.
The prawns are
No.
way over.
From
Crepes
the
can have that-
tortilla.
And the crab
Ollie,
meat
would you get
is
down?
plastic.
It's imitation crab meat.
Yeah. If you told me it was imitation crab meat, I wouldn't have ordered it.
Oh boy.
That help me?
Sorry.
That was a disaster.
Seafood crepe. Yeah. That's seafood
My
crepe.
goodness me.
The worst of it, I'm sure.
Oh. Now, I'm someone who
Um,
actually likes imitation crabs, so I wouldn't be too mad at that, but at the same time,
filet
I
mignon
don't
fondue,
wanna
which
go-
is raw. So
I don't want to go to a
I'm
restaurant
away.
to buy imitation or to get imitation crab, because not much is done to prepare it. I could be wrong about that, but most of the time, imitation crab you just pull out of the package and you can eat it as is,
Well, they had to put it in the tortilla crepe.
Yeah, with the sauce and stuff like that. That wasn't a crepe. I'm gonna say that as somebody who
That's why I
actually
said tortilla
orders
crepe.
orders crepes, that was not a crepe. That wasn't even a crepe filling. You're expecting more of like a jelly consistency?
So it was really more of a seafood quesadilla or burrito.
Exactly. That would have made more sense to call it that.
Waiting so long.
Okay, we're starting with the fondue.
And this is the oil.
It's raw.
Thank you.
No problem.
Nothing like waiting.
So it
to
is
get
like
your
a hot
pizza.
pot. Like if you go to an Asian restaurant.
Time.
Your
thrill of the prey.
Boiling.
Same. Same.
Dude.
Comes out looking like dog food.
He spits it out. I'm leaving.
That was rancid, pointless, tasteless, a complete utter joke.
I'm gonna cry.
Why would you
Like,
deep fry
in the hot
filet
pot, you
mignon?
can put
One of the
flavors
country's
in
best
it.
steaks.
I mean,
Deep
I know
fried.
it's not a hot pot,
That is stupid.
Oh,
but you could season up the meat.
Well, he had a whole bunch of sauces.
I wanted him
Oh,
to be
okay.
happy with us. but
Okay,
I
okay,
kind of
pause,
knew
pause.
deep down inside that there has to be something
Okay.
wrong with the rest.
Filet mignon, when done right, can melt in your mouth like butter.
Filet mignon is so good. It's one of my
It
favorite
is
as far
when
as
I
meats
go
go.
when I go to a steakhouse, that is what I order. I have had a filet mignon that was so good, no teeth required.
my that's such a weird
Like
thing to say. I love it though.
no, I mean it was like it melted in your mouth.
My dad always made the best filet mignon. I've never been able to have another one that I've liked since then. And, you know, but I do like filet mignon quite a bit.
Yeah, that's a travesty.
It is.
I mean, like, okay, don't get me wrong. I'm from the South, all right? The United States South. We're from Texas. And yeah, I grew up with some deep fried foods, but
Yeah.
you know, bless your heart. Why are y'all out there? I'm really leaning into the southern thing.
why are you boiling the why are you boiling it?
Why are you deep frying the filet mignon? Why are you getting oil?
We're
It's
just
gonna make
boiling
it
it.
super. It's gonna make it like super greasy
Yes. Oh,
and like
a
oily.
meat that is already greasy. It's a meat that has enough grease
It's
as it is.
juicy. It's juicy.
It's greasy and juicy. You are correct.
And it's like,
But like
why-
normally you cook the grease out of the meat to make it juicy.
Exactly. It's like whose bright idea was it to
Probably Bill's or Billy or whatever the heck his name is. Bill's. With his handlebar mustache going, that sounds like a good idea.
That makes sense. That makes sense. Melissa's in there probably just going like, at least I don't have to cook it.
You know what? She totally is. 100%.
Restaurant. Otherwise, he wouldn't be here.
Oh my God, what a disaster. Disaster.
Oh, I love that. What a disaster. I'm gonna use that. That's so great.
Well, they are from New York, and I think there is like a dance shop next door.
Okay. Not a dance studio. Or a dance floor. A dance floor, not studio.
my card?
Watch me rack up $300.
After an underwhelming first meal,
Okay, pull together.
Gordon realizes that the owners and the chef are oblivious to the restaurant's real problems.
What's wrong with the business?
It's this room as you see it, and we can't fill 18 tables on a Friday night.
That's the problem. No, the problem here is the food.
Melissa's
The
like,
food's
yeah,
bad, though.
problem is the food. I'm
I
the
never
problem.
really had complaints about the food, so that was never really an area of concern to me.
When the fondue arrived,
Really?
that's
I
just a
doubt
joke.
that
I don't enjoy the
100%.
fondue either.
But you're the chef, aren't you? You're the one that's, you're running it as the head chef, right?
That's the intent.
So change it.
I don't know what to do about it.
Have you lost your passion?
I never had a passion to begin with.
I'm sorry.
I don't want to be a chef.
I was really shocked that that's the way she felt.
So you're not a chef?
No.
I had applications for the job here as a chef. When she approached me and said, would you give me the opportunity?
Yeah, but
I mean,
did you
don't
do a
ask for that
background check?
opportunity if you don't care what you're doing.
My
Why did you
dude.
take the job, Melissa, if you're not a chef?
The other guy was going out, that was here.
Okay,
And I was
didn't
here.
think our situation was as bad as I'm finding out minute by minute.
No, the other guy that was going out that was here, not and I was here.
Oh, that was here. And I was
Yeah,
here.
the other guy was
Okay.
going out that was here. So she it sounds like it may have been like a
They were
I needed a
desperate to
job,
find. Yeah.
and maybe she's like, I need a job, and this is just kind of temporary, and she's like, I'm still here.
Yeah, we don't know Melissa's background. We don't know if she was like close to being kicked out of her house or her apartment. She had like
Maybe
two
she has
kids to
kids to
feed
feed.
and you know, like we don't know how desperate she was cuz like I would have taken any job if it meant being able to pay the bills, you know?
Yes.
But the second I got a job working in, say, a restaurant, that's when I would have done oodles and oodles of research so that I knew that I was doing the job correctly.
The amount okay. So when I worked at the Greek restaurant, I mean, I was trained, and I remember studying, like, I brought home one of their, like, to-go menus,
Yeah.
and I remember studying it like you study for an exam,
I
you
remember
know?
not teaching. I remember helping you study for that.
Because especially, like exactly, the larger menu items, like, the one that was kinda like, it was called the Tour of Greece, and it had a little bit of everything on it. That one had a lot of parts to remember.
Right.
Remembering what went on the burgers, remembering what goes with this meal and what goes with that meal, and the different sides that go with this, and what goes on in actual, like, what goes on the standard gyro and all of that. And then on top of that, there's also like um what I mean, I didn't like make any of their sauces or their dressings or anything like that. I helped. But I mean, there was still other things. And then of course there was like the monthly special that the owner would come up with the head chef, and like add on top of that, I have to remember this for the next month.
Right.
So it's a lot because you want to make sure you can memorize it so that because I can't keep going back to the menu going, oh wait, hang on, this is what's on this one. I can't like be there and have like I have to go back and look at my notes.
Yeah.
Especially on a Friday night when you're slammed with like 10 tickets at a time. You have like 10, 15 tickets that are there, and you are like, I got to get this stuff out. You got to just be fast. You got to be able to move. And if you just don't care,
Then
then
you're
the
not gonna
food is going to
move. You're not
yeah,
gonna move.
the food is going to reflect that.
Yeah. I think it's really sad that she got a job in a failing restaurant when they were desperate for a chef and needed somebody who was passionate about their food to be able to pick them up. And this
Yeah.
is not me saying that it it's her fault for taking the job. Because one, they should have done an interview, they should have checked her background, but also she
But
also has to kind
also,
of take a little bit of responsibility for the way things are at the moment, you know?
it's also showing a complete lack and breakdown in communication between them as the
Oh
owners
yeah,
and the cook.
100%.
Because like
He said that nobody ever complained about the food. I somehow 100%
oh, I doubt
do
that.
not believe that at all.
Yeah, I completely doubt that. And then like he goes, "Oh no, she's a very good cook. She's, and then she's like, "I don't know why I'm here." It shows
Fair,
there's
Melissa, fair.
it's okay. I ask myself that on a daily basis.
Right.
Why am I here? Why do I exist here and now in this moment?
Exposed
But,
Melissa's apathy in the
Yeah.
kitchen.
I don't need this.
With these
Nobody
people.
minds.
Gordon observes a dinner service to find out how her attitude is affecting the food.
I think that was supposed to be chicken parmesan.
I know he's here to
You
help,
made
but it's
chicken
still very
parmesan the other day. It was very
nerve-wracking
good.
having someone of his
Thank
stature
you.
standing there staring at you.
What they do?
And mushrooms.
Ew.
Is that how that goes down like that?
Yes.
Holy
What is
crap.
that? That's disgusting.
Mushrooms.
That's not what a mushroom's supposed to look like.
They're stuffed mushrooms.
Even she's like, that's not what a mushroom's supposed to look like.
Why?
That's not what a stuffed
One
mushroom's
just
supposed to
now?
look like.
Actually, that's a recipe of my own. I made it myself. I was very disappointed that it wasn't presented to him the right way.
Oh, no.
For you?
Yeah, let's...
Potato, rice, vegetables. Baked potato, mashed potato, french fries, rice, little veggie. We use half instant, half with fresh potatoes.
Why do they mix?
Why
the
would you
powdered
tell them
mashed
that?
potatoes with
I
fresh mashed
know.
potatoes?
That's a way of reusing the baked potatoes.
So you don't even actually make fresh mashed potatoes?
No.
No.
Do you want mashed potato, baked potato, french fries, rice, or
Okay,
vegetables?
so hang on. Pause.
Does it happen often that you would use like fake or frozen ingredients
Okay,
like instant
so
potatoes in a restaurant?
instant potatoes, no. No, we actually had potatoes, and you had to peel the potatoes. The potatoes would get cooked, all that. No, okay, so I can understand the possible reusing of the baked potatoes to an extent, I suppose. Into mashed potatoes.
Right.
That's clever, and I guess in a way it makes some sense, but
Mhm.
also at that point, just add more potatoes and use you don't have to use half instant. You can use what was leftover baked potato. Like you didn't sell them all. You had like some left over. You can use them to make mashed potatoes. I mean, that's a tiny
Right,
bit of a
right.
stretch, but waste not, want not sort of scenario. And then you just make more potatoes and you add those to the other cooked potatoes to make it stretch. That's okay. I don't know why they're using instant potatoes. I really don't know why they're using instant potatoes. I mean, in the Greek restaurant, there was so we kind of for a time when I first got there, we were using frozen falafel.
Mhm.
And then we stopped the frozen falafel and we started making falafel in house.
Right.
But it did take extra time and it did take away from, and it didn't seem to be they were good. Like both falafels were really, really good. But because of time constraints, it was just easier to go with frozen falafel and then you just pull them out and you deep fry them. That was
So,
just easier.
do you think,
Uh
because potatoes are a really, really time-consuming food item.
I mean,
So do you think that they do instant potatoes to cut down on time for Melissa and the other chef that's in there, or
I think they were lazy.
you think they were lazy?
I
Okay.
think they were lazy
I'm
because
just trying to show them some grace.
potatoes, I mean, because okay, in a properly run kitchen,
Uh-huh.
so like I did chef stuff. I did like the cook stuff.
Right.
And there were times if like the other cooks were on break that I manned the kitchen for like an hour on my own, usually during like the like slowest part of the day, like late afternoon but before dinner.
Right.
Like around 4. But anyway, that I but there were also times where I manned the front line while the head chef is prepping food. Like the head chef is batch making the sauces, the masuka, the the
Hello.
copita,
Oh.
Spanish copita. I can't remember how to pronounce that very well, but Spanish copita. Anyway, it's basically it's like spinach cream cheese in like phyllo dough.
Right.
And and but he would be like, or he would be making the tzatziki, or he would be making the dressing or whatever. He would be making the hummus because we did make our hummus in house.
Right.
So like, and then there would be other times he's manning the front and I'm over there, I'm chopping vegetables. I'm prepping the salads for the day, or prepping the salads for the next day, because they give you like at this restaurant you got like a free little, you got like a little side salad
Ah,
sort of thing. So you would get like a couple pieces of pita and like a little salad. That was kind of like a little starter. Um, and so yeah, we had to like prepare those, and those were the things that would go. You would prep them, and then they would go to a refrigerator in the front for the wait staff to grab.
right.
And then you would fill those throughout the day, but you would usually prep the salads like later in the evening for the start of the day before. And so there's always something being prepared somewhere. So if it is a properly run kitchen, there's no excuse
We're not having fresh
for
potatoes.
exactly, because it would just be a matter of having a large pot of potatoes boiling. And I mean, okay, so you know those immersion blenders that kind of go like in a little cup? I have seen an industrial strength one of those
Mm-hmm.
that is big enough to go into a 5 gallon pat, like a 5 gallon like paint bucket kind of
Uh-huh.
size thing, of using that to make like sauce, and not paint buckets, mind you, but like those like
Giant,
containers like that
giant
size. Yeah,
containers.
like giant vats almost of like hummus and like the tzatziki sauce and like the falafel and all of that. I have seen that, like a giant like industrial immersion blender.
Maybe they don't
So
have a giant industrial immersion blender.
then they're doing it wrong. Because honestly, so there's no reason that they couldn't make a large batch of potatoes.
I bet it's a price thing.
So, I mean, and even then, they could use the potatoes, and then they could take the baked potatoes that were already there, dump them in with the other potatoes, and blend it up so they're not wasting the other potatoes. They're like, okay, hey, I don't have to cook this as many potatoes for what I would normally have because I have X many baked potatoes still left. But it just sounds like they are using instant potatoes to stretch out their baked potatoes, because a matter of, I mean, I guess it is a little more cost effective, but potatoes are not that expensive of a food. Even by today's prices,
Right.
potatoes are still, you can buy a 10-pound bag of potatoes. And even if like you're like, oh my gosh, I'm low on potatoes, I was sent to the store almost every day for something. I was sent to like, we need more, we need more buns, we need more. I was sent to go buy pita one time because we were out of pita. We were getting a delivery the next day,
Uh-huh.
like, but I had to go buy a few packages of pita to get us through the day. Or, I need to go grab cheese or this or that or some small little thing that you run out of, and it was, so it's not an impossible thing to have. Maybe it was just the restaurant I was at, but I mean, maybe those are not in a normal job description, but they felt like they were in the job description, because I'm like, obviously the head chef can't run out and do it. The head chef has to stay in the kitchen. And it's like, I'm one of the
It makes
extras.
sense as somebody who does the cooking to go get ingredients that
Exactly.
you
Yeah.
would need for the day.
Yeah. And so it's like, hey, we're out of this. It's like, okay, cool. And then like, I would run, there was like an Aldi's and there was like a Walmart that were like super, super close to like on the same street.
Right.
And like sometimes I would just run to Aldi's. Sometimes I'd have to run to Walmart. I preferred to go to Aldi's.
Well, because it was
But
smaller. Walmart's so
and
big.
yeah, and I mean, they'd pull cash, they'd give me cash, or sometimes the manager would hand me like her card or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
and she would get reimbursed. I'm
That
sure.
makes sense.
But like it was just like here. And it was like there was like a couple of times that I paid for stuff out of my own pocket and then I got reimbursed.
That's good.
Yeah, that only happened like a couple of times. Most of the time I'm like, I'm not spending my money on this. Um but you know, so it was like a lot of the time it would just be hand me money out of the cash register and they make a note of it,
Right.
you know, sort of thing. And like, here, go get, here's a list of things that we need. Because sometimes the manager would need things. They'd be like, hey, we're out of cherries, we're out of limes. We need pineapple juice for the bar,
It's
you
almost
know?
like you need a runner in a restaurant.
Exactly. And there was a lot of times I was that runner.
Yeah.
So, I mean, my job description was I did a lot of things in that restaurant. I
Yeah.
mean,
Well,
there
like
were
even
times
with doing conventions, you need a runner. You
you
need
need a
somebody
runner.
who can go
Exactly.
around and grab stuff, do stuff that you're like
I need you
required to
to
do.
exactly. I need you to run this to the front desk. I need you to run this to the panel room. I need you to do exactly.
Yeah.
You need runners.
Yeah.
And so you know, if the kitchen is running properly and if they're out of like something,
Ingredients.
if they're out of ingredients, that's when now, if it is like super 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 busy,
Then you substitute the ingredients, right?
kind of, yes. Or you're like, hey, we're out of this. Would you like, okay, we ran out of green beans. Would you like more potatoes instead? Or can we offer you extra pita? Something like that.
Mhm.
And it's just like, hey, we're really sorry, you know, that sort of thing. But like if it happened earlier in the day and it was like I could go, but like if it's like we are hit with a rush,
Right.
if it's earlier in the day, like we're hit with a lunch rush, then I could go after the lunch rush and go and like pick it up from the store so we have at least something for the dinner rush. Like I had to run and like get like hamburger buns or like hamburger buns or like bread or you know stuff like that because we ran out of those for like the burgers sort of thing. And I mean, you know, we prepped our own patties in house too. So that was also another one of my like skills. So like the main chef made like a lot of the sauces and he did a lot of like actual like putting things together, but like I could make like this. Okay, so like the Spanish, I'm not pronouncing that right, but like he would make like the filling and then I would actually take the dough and like actually make them and then they would get cooked.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes
And
sense.
yeah, and I got pretty good at that actually. But I mean, there's no reason if the kitchen is being run, but it does not sound like this kitchen is being run. She does not necessarily have like she doesn't really care. She's kind of apathetic about it.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, so it doesn't seem like it. And I think I saw other cooks there as well.
Yeah, I think she has an extra cook with her. I'm gonna
Yeah.
press play. We can see. We'll count the cooks.
All right.
Okay.
That's burnt.
A little more done than usual, but other than
Yeah,
that,
see, there's one behind her.
Okay.
Just an hour into dinner service, and the
Also,
restaurant
we're
has run
burning
out
our
of
fries.
basic vegetables.
We ran out of broccoli
Oh, we just got done talking
And
about
replaced them with an
substitution.
unusual substitute.
radishes.
Ew, radishes.
How are you,
That's
Rachel?
such a weird
Of
substitute.
course.
Not something I was.
How do you have radishes out of all the other vegetables?
You want some veg, right?
Yeah, you know.
Is there anything to keep him happy? Have we checked with Melissa?
I wouldn't eat the radishes either.
The customers are complaining about no vegetables.
Then why are
Any
you
broccoli,
serving
vegetable, carrots, or
it?
cabbage?
Veg.
Ah, veg. Oh, stop. What is it? They're stalks.
Yeah, that's a frozen bag. That's why it's crap.
Even though
Well, at least
Melissa
she's
is managing to keep
honest.
up with the orders. The customers are still not satisfied.
I don't like it at all. This is uneatable. It's not real crab.
And Gordon needs Billy to finally
Did he
understand
just say
that the
it's not
food
real
is
crab
Handlebar's
meat?
biggest problem.
Yes.
Customers are complaining about the food. You can't walk around oblivious to the fact that you think this is good.
Yeah, but it's not bad in everybody's opinion. You can't
Okay,
take care of everybody's
but it's
taste
bad
buds.
in
Something that
enough
some people
people's-
like, other people aren't
It's
gonna
bad
like
in
that at
enough
all.
people's opinion.
Nobody likes
control.
radish
And basics here that I've just gone
My
through.
stepdad
with
likes
their meal.
radish.
With their meal.
If you accept it,
Like
everybody else
that.
has accepted
Like,
it.
if you are
And truthfully,
pause.
You've accepted it.
If you are okay, I don't like radish. I know you eat radish. You
I will eat it, no problem. But I'm
Yeah,
not.
but I
it's
mean,
not like
if
a
you-
go-to. It's not a go-to vegetable or anything. You know,
You
that
would
I'm
be
gonna
angry though. You would be angry though if you are expecting mixed vegetables of, say, broccoli, corn, carrots, peas, or like just corn and cauliflower, or broccoli and cauliflower, or just broccoli. You're expecting some sort of veg, and they bring out radish.
I think if
That's not
they-
anywhere on the menu.
I think if they didn't talk to me about it first and they were like, they just brought it out without consulting me about the change, I would be disappointed or upset. But if they're like, hey, all we have in the kitchen is radish, would you like a radish? Then I have the option to say yes or no to that.
See, okay, right there. That makes sense. Like if they are like communicating, going, guys, I am so sorry and I apologize in advance. But we are really short on all our vegetables, and the only thing we have available is radish.
But
If you
the
don't,
whole restaurant, there were plates upon plates upon plates of people just eating radishes. One, how do you have that many radishes to, serve? And two, because to me it's just an obscure vegetable for you to have. And two,
yeah, I don't think we ever had radishes in this house until your
T-
mom remarried.
right? And two, how did everybody agree to take on those vegetables as something to eat? You know what I mean? Like, they didn't ask those people. They just brought them out and hoped for the best. That's exactly what happens, because you cannot tell me
Is when
all those people agreed to the substitution. I would
That
have
is
gotten
when-
extra pita.
Yeah, that is when you send the dishwasher or somebody who is not like, yes, dishes are going to pile up, but I mean, it would be better for the dishwasher to go and be gone for 20 minutes
Yeah.
to go and. Okay, I would say frozen vegetables in a pinch.
Yes.
Like, okay, like, you got a dinner rush, you need vegetables, you can season them, frozen vegetables in a pinch. Is it professional? Not really, but it's not ideal, but it is better than radish.
I would hate to go
Um,
into the kitchen of all of the restaurants we eat at and wonder how many of them are frozen vegetables instead of fresh vegetables,
I know that at the restaurant I worked at, our vegetables were fresh.
Yeah. Well,
Our
then
veg-
at least we could eat there.
Our
Because you know what
vegetables-
the kitchen look like and you know what the food it goes into.
Yes, our vegetables were fresh. I mean, obviously there were some things that were. I mean, like, okay, the cheesecake was like store bought, frozen.
The baklava.
The baklava was brought in by somebody else, but the baklava cheesecake had to be assembled. I was really good at that. I could cut it nice and small, and it just, it looks as if it was a thing of beauty. I was always requested to do the baklava cheesecakes. I do miss that. I took pride
in your
in that
baklava
sort of-
cheesecakes.
Yes, I took pride in that stuff, okay?
Yeah.
But like her serving frozen vegetables, I can't, like, maybe they did send somebody to go get frozen vegetables.
That's just
And
a
I mean,
lot of radishes, and that's such an obscure
yeah,
vegetable.
I
I'm
don't
not
know.
over the
I
radishes.
don't know what's going on with the
Where
radish.
did they get
I
it
don't
from?
know what's going on with the radish. I mean, because usually, like, if you've run out of something, like, okay, our green beans had to be batch made because they were specially seasoned in a sauce, that sort of thing,
Yeah,
because they were like a special Greek style kind of green
green
bean
bean.
sort of thing going on. And so, like, if we ran out of those, then we were just out of those. It wasn't a matter of we could go buy frozen green beans because they had to be prepared. And the main chef is probably preparing some, but like, we didn't run out of that very often at all.
No.
Like those sort of things. But I mean, um you could run out of fruit on like brunch during the weekend or whatever. But like um yeah. And I usually prepared the fruit in batch for the weekend on
Mhm.
Friday. Um but like no, no, I don't understand the radish. I
Me
mean, like
neither. I'm just beyond
you
at
I mean,
the radish
you mean
choice.
to tell me you ran out of every other single vegetable and radish was literally your only choice?
Right. Okay, I'm gonna press play because I need to know about the radishes.
No, absolutely not. I was kind of really disappointed. I knew we needed help. I didn't think we were that bad. I was quite
You're
skeptical
serving
about his
radishes.
intentions.
What do you mean you didn't
Whatever.
know you were
I
that
do two
bad?
things that I love: dancing and dogs.
The people
And I
are
made them
complaining
difficult
about
for
the
me.
food.
He didn't know that they were complaining about the
Really
food because
starting to
he
dislike
doesn't
him.
listen with his ears.
After witnessing
Dude.
last night's pathetic dinner service, Gordon comes in early for a kitchen inspection.
Gracious
What a
knows.
mess.
An inspection.
Nothing labelled. Portions taken out. That's dreadful.
No, you gotta put a date on that.
Last night we ran
I'm
out of
sorry, what?
vegetables because the chef can't be bothered to cook fresh
that-
broccoli.
I'm sorry, pause
The
it.
reminiscence of
Ow!
Exxon Valdez.
I don't
Pause
know
it.
what that is.
When was the last?
Pause it. Bitch, you had fresh broccoli in the refrigerator?
And you're serving me. And you're serving
Okay.
me radish.
And you're serving-
Melissa.
I'm sorry, but
Melissa.
I understand you have a busy kitchen, but you tell them, hey, we ran out of broccoli. We have to prep some new broccoli. It's going to be a few extra minutes. They will, and if somebody was like, hey, came up to me and was like, hey, we have to, we ran out of broccoli. We have to prep some new broccoli. So it's going to maybe take us an extra 10 minutes to get your food out. I would have been fine with that.
Maybe
You know?
she didn't know. Ooh, what if that broccoli's been there a while? What
It
if
didn't
she
look
didn't
like-
know that it was no, it was green, so that meant it was kind of fresh. Okay, never mind. I take it back. Shame,
Yeah.
shame,
But
Melissa.
that just means that she didn't go into the walk-in. That means that she didn't send somebody into the walk-in to see if there was broccoli. She chose to serve frozen broccoli and frozen vegetables
As opposed to the
over
fresh.
as opposed. It does not. It takes, even if you're in the middle of a dinner rush, that is something that you would have somebody stop. Even if it is a dishwasher or a bus boy, that you can
Right.
pull and be
Right.
like, I need you to chop these vegetables up, and then you can take a couple of minutes to steam them
Uh-huh.
and make steamed broccoli, add your seasoning or whatever. It's gonna take maybe 30 minutes start to finish tops, but you have broccoli. And even if you are out of the other vegetables, you can offer people broccoli. There was enough broccoli in that box. It could have gotten them probably through the night.
Right. Okay. I'm
I'm-
dreading what he's pulling out from back there.
I don't know what that white stuff was. And there was no date on that dessert either. Like, whenever we do that, okay, so like if we pull stuff out of the freezer, we always write a date on it.
Right.
Because
Well,
like
you do
you don't
that
want to
at
keep.
home too, in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, you don't want it to be like in the fridge too long. And I mean, like every night we would pull food out of the warmer and
Hmm.
wrap cellophane on it. We didn't really like label that because we were just going to take the cellophane off and put it back in the warmer the next morning.
Right.
But we pull it out of the warmer, we put it in the refrigerator for the night, and then it's usually going to be gone and used up the next day. Um, so, but like, I don't know why they're not labeling things. I don't know what's going on with this wall. I don't know what that white stuff was. I'm horrified.
I don't like him being in the corner on the floor over there. I'm
Uh-huh.
worried.
The back of the fridge
Ew!
was clean. You look at it.
Ew, don't touch
Oh!
it! Don't touch Ew!
God,
Why
almighty.
is there meat? Oh! Please tell me that is.
There was a
No.
clam.
Oh, thank God!
Oh, it's a
What a
clam.
mess.
Oh, thank.
The
Oh,
state of the fridge
oh.
So got 2 minutes?
Okay,
has
it's a
only
clam.
confirmed
I
Gordon's
mean,
belief that the restaurant lacks true passion
That
and
did not look
leadership.
like a clam.
You're in charge
oh,
of the
I
kitchen
was
and the
so
general
afraid
hygiene.
that there was gonna
Yeah.
be rodents.
Wait, I'm
Why?
sorry. I was stuck on the clam. I do not want to go back and look at the clam. I just
Leadership.
So you're in charge of
Oh.
the kitchen and the general hygiene.
Oh,
Yeah.
Supposed to be. Yeah.
okay.
supposed to
Oh.
be. She's like, yeah,
Why
I'm
is it in a
supposed to be
mess?
in charge.
It's 100 times cleaner than it was 6 months ago.
Sure it was.
Okay. When was the last time you had a little wipe down
They
there?
did show how dirty it
yeah.
used to be.
Just even.
That I've never done.
My God.
Oh, he's bleeding! He's
Oh.
bleeding!
This is embarrassing.
Dude. Dude.
Right. Okay.
And
I'm
he's
glad you're
putting
trying to make
his
ex-
he's putting his hands in the grease and he's bleeding. Why would you put your hands in the
Okay.
in that no.
Okay. So no. I mean,
That is such
Um,
a germaphobe
I-
moment for me.
I
no.
so the metal parts of those things can be very sharp, and that's probably what happened.
But if it's
Um,
that dangerous and he's bleeding and he's putting his
Well,
hand in that
usually-
grease, you know how infectious that is? You know how bad that
no,
could be?
I agree. I agree. And eh, putting yourself in a kitchen is not an uncommon occurrence. But like when I would do it, I would immediately run to the sink, grab a paper towel, wrap around my finger.
I'm sure Gordon will
Band-Aid,
do that, but
glove. But I mean,
that's
oh
just
my
an
gosh.
uncomfortable
But-
place to cut your finger that close to
is.
that dirt.
But it is possible that maybe that's a deep fryer. Maybe the deep fryer I mean, that was pretty bad. That was pretty bad. We would clean our we would give our deep fryer like a good cleaning. We changed the oil once a week and we would scrub it once a week. Like just really scrub it.
We don't
Um,
even own a deep fryer here.
at the restaurant.
Oh, okay. I was like, what are you talking about? You meant the restaurant. That makes sense
I
because
meant the
we're talking
restaurant,
about
yeah.
the restaurant.
So that's what once a week the oil would be completely drained and it would be discarded. A lot of restaurant areas have a place. I'll have to point it out to you next time we're out and about.
Okay.
They have a place where you dispose of the oil and then just like dumpsters, people will come and pick it up to dispose
So
of it.
is it inside the restaurant or outside the restaurant?
It's outside the restaurant. Ours was kind of near some dumpsters.
Oh, okay.
And it is a particular place where you go and you dump the used grease. And it is
Do you have to have a special service, not surface, special, they need a special surface, but do you have to have a special service to come and collect the oil and the grease, or does the county
Nope.
do that?
I'm not really sure exactly. I mean, I just poured it into the holder bin thing, the I don't know, grease dumpster,
Ah.
and I assume that the county probably comes like they do dumpsters, waste
Right.
management probably comes and deals with that. And I mean, because like in a lot of strip mall, like in a lot of like shopping strip centers or little areas like that, you have like a whole bunch of restaurants in a row. So like a lot of restaurants all utilize the same thing.
So there's
At
really
least
like no excuse because they could just like clean that out and then go and dump it in the
yeah,
designated
but
area
but
for it.
but it is also possible that it's due to be clean because a deep fryer like that being used on a daily basis by the next week, it is gross. And we are talking we are talking, we are like
Yeah, but
scrubbing, we are like,
Melissa is a chef. Isn't a chef, and I am not a chef. I wouldn't think in my wildest dreams that I had to clean out a deep fryer. I know that seems silly, and that makes total sense that you would have to clean out a deep fryer. I would never think that I would have to, and I would just go about my business going, okay, the top of it's clean, and move on.
well, the reason you need to clean out something like that is it is a fire risk.
That makes sense.
Because that's grease. So if a
Oh,
fire starts, it's flammable.
insurance
And it'll
fraud.
accidents happen, but you know, it's a fire risk. That's why it has to be clean. The grills, that was cleaned daily, like nightly. Actually, it would sometimes even be cleaned like we gave them a really good scrub at the night time. But I
Right.
mean, you're cleaning those grills um throughout the day too because again, you know, and then of course you have all the stuff that you scrape off of that and then that goes into like a little drain thing. So that also kind of contributes to some of the grossness.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of things in the kitchen that have to be cleaned
I don't think they're
all the
doing that.
time.
I saw
Uh-uh.
the wall. I saw the wall. And I
No.
saw the
Oh,
clam. Okay? Nope, they're not cleaning for anything.
we did, if I remember correctly, we did like a deep clean of the walk-in refrigerator at least once a month.
Yeah.
Like
I don't think they're doing that.
where we would, when things got slow, sometime during the week, at least once a month, we would pull things out of the walk-in. Obviously, it wasn't like super, super long. A lot of the times it would be like on a Tuesday, before the owner would go, and on Wednesday he would do all the shopping.
Yeah.
And he would come back with like the truck load of all the supplies for the
Right.
next week. And we would usually pull everything out because, you know, we're low by then. And no, there was buckets of soap and water, and there was scrubbing, and you were scrubbing the floor, and you were scrubbing the walls. And no, we did a deep clean of our walk-in once a month.
I don't think they're
So
doing that.
I don't
I
I
don't
mean,
think they're
I
doing
don't
that.
think they're doing that. I don't think they're doing that. Um
I'm gonna press
so
play.
that is not a standard practice.
Excuses for it. If you thought this was bad, have a look at this.
No,
Chef
no, I
Ramsay
don't want to
seemed
see
to feel that I
more.
was making excuses for everything.
You
really
are.
had no idea of the past practices that had gone on here.
Past
Okay. Last night we served
practices?
frozen vegetables
You mean
to
your
a customer,
practices?
And we got 2 boxes of broccoli there.
You know, I can't do it all. That's it.
You were happy to serve frozen broccoli over fresh broccoli. I'm trying to open up your eyes, Billy, and explain to you, what the current situation is. When was the last time this fridge was cleaned?
Billy looks like he's shutting
Come
down.
on. This hasn't been cleaned in years.
No, I don't want to see it.
No, no, it hasn't. I'm sorry, 21 years in the business, I'll bet every fucking dollar I have, this fucking place hasn't been cleaned in years. I'm disgusted. Put your hand down
I don't
there.
want to see it.
You still never did bend down and touch it. It was
Well,
a big
no.
thing of denial for him. I'll take responsibility.
What
for the fact
is
that
the
I haven't changed it.
smirk?
It's not all my fault, you know?
What do you
He's
mean
like-
it's not all
This
your
place
fault?
is gonna get cleaned.
Because the
I wish you'd give me
owner
a little
also
more
is
credit.
being completely apathetic, and the owner is also like, I don't see anything wrong here. Nope, this is fine.
We don't
Which-
see anything wrong with the turd colored clam.
Exactly. He's like, no. And I mean, maybe he is hiring people, but they're obviously doing a poor job of it.
Right.
But I mean,
No, I don't
all
even
I
think he's
know,
hiring, cause like that's a simple inspection. You just have to walk in.
I mean,
Although Gordon did climb down to get to the corner, to see
yes,
how
but
dirty it was.
okay, I will admit, when you have a fully stocked refrigerator, a walk-in, the walls are sometimes hard to see
Yeah.
when it's fully stocked. However, I mean, things can fall out of the box and into the corner. And I mean, if you're doing a deep clean once a month and then you're like, "Oh, gross." Oh, I mean, I found discarded rotten or half rotten vegetables,
Ew.
that fell back behind, you know.
Ew.
Um,
I can never work in a kitchen. I'm just gonna say that right now.
well, I mean, they weren't like really rotten. They were just like, they'd been there a while and it was like, get that out.
Yeah.
Um, but I mean,
Well, I still could never work in a kitchen.
oh no, no. Not with your no, not your germophobe self. Um, I mean, when I mean, okay, on the food truck.
Mhm.
Um, when it
Well,
could
I
okay.
imagine you had to clean that a lot more than you would a walk-in refrigerator.
Oh yeah. I think that the lady had me do that at least every 2 weeks. I was doing a deep clean of the food truck. And I mean, by deep clean, I mean I was pulling everything out of the food truck. And I was on my hands and knees scrubbing with degreaser. And I was like, I didn't actually have to clean like the deep fryers. I think her husband did a lot of that, like changing the oil and all of that in the deep
Right.
fryers. But like, I mean, I would scrub till my hands were like raw with the degreasers and the cleansers and the mopping and the scrubbing the walls and the ceiling, taking the mop and like scrubbing the ceiling. And I would do that at least every 2 weeks. I would, or more sometimes if like we had like a really busy week in the food truck, like
That
we'd been
makes
out
sense.
almost every day. And then no, I would scrub it top to bottom. She paid me for it, so, it was fine. Um, and I would scrub it literally top to bottom. And it would get, I mean, so the thing about a food truck is we would go to, say, like a brewery.
Mhm.
We did those a lot. And it is like 2 to 3 hours of extremely intense, like boom, 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 boom. Like, especially like if we're gonna be there for a 3 hour block. Like the first 2 hours are really boom, 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 boom. You might settle down in the last hour and have time to do some cleaning.
Uh-huh.
Um, you know, but like uh it makes a mess. It makes a lot of mess. And you're cleaning the grill, which actually I already knew how to clean the grill from the food truck, and then I transferred that to the kitchen. And the kitchen is a bigger thing. We were mopping the floor every night for obvious reasons. We were scrubbing the walls at least once a month. We were cleaning other areas. Mm, not as often, like higher up, but I mean, things would accumulate to where it would be a fire hazard.
Well,
And so,
yeah, of course.
you would clean like certain areas that are like higher up, like where the like fire water system is.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I mean, we would clean like higher up like that. I think they did that twice in the time I was there. Um, so like, I don't know, maybe quarterly,
Mhm.
um, sort of thing. But I mean, no, with I am chopping vegetables, I'm scrubbing surfaces. I clean drains, like, on the floor and in the sinks. I'm scrubbing sinks. If I am not prepping food in some capacity or going and running and grabbing food, I was cleaning something.
Right.
And I will admit there were some times where it was just slow and there wasn't really anything to do, but I felt like I needed to be doing something. I would just grab a rag and I would just start wiping down surfaces again.
Yeah.
Just because, I would grab the rags and I would just start scrubbing like the surfaces where we would like prep the food, the gyros, stuff like that.
Uh-huh.
I would make sure that sauces were restocked. If a sauce spilled, you make sure that's cleaned up. There's no excuse for that.
There
That's
really is not.
that's just
Look at his
bad
face of
kitchen
shame. Look at his face of
shame.
shame.
That's just really bad kitchen practices.
It is.
For cleaning it up as much as I had so far. It looks 60-70%
Okay,
times
stop,
better than
stop,
it used to
stop.
I just started.
I know, but stop. I have to add one more thing. If it was that bad, what this man needed to do, and he's like, oh, but it's so much better than it was. What that man needed to do was an extreme deep clean before he even opened the restaurant.
Yes, 100%.
Obviously,
it shows that it was that bad before, but you bought a restaurant that was failing. You need to do a deep clean and clean the entire place.
And it's obvious that maybe they've cleaned, but they did not do a deep clean. That is where you bring in professionals. You bring in power washers.
And use your eyes. It's not that hard.
Yeah, you bring in power washers. You are really, because, dude, how are you passing an inspection?
Ooh, that's such a good question.
Okay, because I'm sorry, if I worked
and look at her smile. She finds this funny. She does. I'm here for her. I don't know what I'm doing here, but this is cruel. This is this is part of your job, to keep your workstation clean, including the kitchen. I mean, I know that he also needs to keep the kitchen clean, so they're both at fault here, but
there's a strong lack of communication
and
between
disrespect.
the owner and the staff. There is a level, yes.
Disrespect.
He's not respecting his staff. His staff is not respecting him.
Yeah.
She doesn't give a shit about her job.
It's why are you here, lady? Why do you continue to do this? Do you find it funny risking your boss's entire investment? Okay, I'm pressing play because I'm gonna get upset with her.
But it's not all my fault,
Everything's coming out, and this place is going to get cleaned.
I wish he'd give me a little more credit for cleaning it up as much
They're
as
like
I
mother
have
and
so far.
not mother. They're like father and daughter. They have the same reaction.
Billy,
it's not that
that's
bad.
Disgusting. No, it's not fine. We've got a big problem. When was the last time that fridge was steam cleaned?
I had the kid in there doing it last week.
Did you check what he'd done?
Last week?
Obviously not.
How do you not inspect what they do?
Yep. My God. I just don't even know what to say.
What did he do? Just go in there with steam and wave it at the walls and go, yeah, that's fine.
And then Billy goes in and goes, yeah, that looks good.
Pat on the back for things that were done.
You don't get a pat in the back.
Unfucking believable.
For half-assing it.
How weak this guy is.
I can say a lot of things about both the lady I worked with on the food truck and the owner of the restaurant, but they communicated, they ran their business, and they were a part of everything.
Right.
It's disgusting. I really wish I had a mask on me right now.
Billy.
See, even the staff is like, what is happening? This is disgusting.
Hey, can you, I'm gonna have to leave you to Phil talking because I have to go to the restroom.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
You know what? That's okay. I will go ahead and put on BRB and
all right.
Yeah.
Be right back, guys.
Oh no. Oh no. My sign is so messed up. Why am my
Uh-oh.
sign all messed up? That's okay. I'll fix it while you're gone.
I'll be back.
Okay. Yeah. Right. So gross. So gross. There we go. And then I will go ahead and mute me. And our mics back on so that everybody can hear us. I hope everybody went to go get some coffee or some snacky snacks. I really need to get some like copyright free music to play during our streams. But that's okay.
Is what it is.
I'm going to go back to our collab. Okay. And
So I think it's about to go down.
I know. They're having a whole argument outside. They had to take it out back.
I'm fucking pissed off. And I'm upset on the kind of shit that I've just discovered in there.
Time to drag me through the mud some more. It is what it is.
You don't seem one fucking ounce bothered about it, Billy. You can't just stick your head back in the sand and ignore it, Billy.
Sure you can.
Sure you can.
What do you want me to do?
That's your house on the line.
The responsibility is yours, Billy.
I guess you want something done right, I guess you have to do it yourself. But maybe I'll just get rid of everybody in the restaurant and I'll do it all myself.
Great idea.
And then when it doesn't work out, and then when I drop dead because I fucking sleep 2 hours a day, then maybe it'll get done. Or maybe
we're
who cares?
escalating.
Once you're dead, it doesn't make a difference.
We're escalating the victim blaming.
I feel you're copping out at me now.
Well, because now I'm just getting dragged through the mud.
You're a weak man, Billy.
Dude.
I'm glad you had
enough.
The 2-year-old temper tantrum.
Just for the sake of needing his help. Finished.
Can you at least talk to me?
Nope.
Your house is on the
Billy, can you
line.
talk to me, please?
Your wife
Nope.
and you could be
I've nothing to
homeless.
say.
Billy.
I wouldn't talk to my dog the way you talk to me. Go fuck yourself. That's right.
He wasn't even that
The hell with
rude.
everything. I'll make it work myself without his help. Everything in
just
my life that
ashamed.
I've ever set out to do, I did on my own. Finished.
Yes, and everything that you set out to do
What a weak man.
on
Is
your
falling
own
apart.
is falling apart. You have asked everything.
There's DIY, and there's doing it yourself.
I do want to learn how to knit. I think that's one of my goals for this year. For 2025. Yes, I know it's silly, but every time I see somebody on TikTok knitting, I'm like so jelly. I want to learn how.
Oh, well, girl, we're in America. You're gonna have TikTok for about like another like 8 days.
Yeah,
so
but I watch
learn how to
enough
knit on YouTube.
I watch enough YouTube to still be jealous every time it pops up.
Well, okay, we'll get you some knitting needles.
I was hopeless.
And you comforted me.
And you made me well. And you showed me Jesus.
Oh, we need to skip this. There we go.
Unable to accept Gordon's criticism, Billy decides he's had enough.
Fuck him. Fuck him. Fuck them.
The fridge is disgusting and asked for it to be cleaned. He's telling me I'm dragging him through the mud. And he fucking walks out.
He's mad right now and he's being stubborn. He doesn't want you to leave. He wants your help. Just not... Right now he's too ashamed to...
Oh my god, that warmer
While Gordon
is so
tries to make sense
gross.
of Billy's actions,
You don't have to act like a baby.
The food
Billy
warmer.
rehearses a speech to
Look at it, it's disgusting.
It needs to be cleaned. The entire place needs to be cleaned. They bought a dump.
Are you blind?
He's practicing.
That made me want to think and reconsider about doing this.
Okay,
Can you go
bye.
and just, have a word with them? You guys are the backbone of this place. You can't just throw the towel in.
You can't tell your boss, hey, stop being a child, grow up.
Honestly, you don't face the
You
truth.
get fired.
You can't do anything about it.
We've been busting our ass trying to help you out. You're giving up on yourself, this place, and all of us.
I wouldn't talk to my dog the way that jackass talks to me. I'm done.
He's telling you the truth. though,
Okay,
Billy.
but your
There's ways to
dog
go about it.
is not human.
46 years old, never been talked to.
your dog is also not in charge of cleaning a kitchen where
Exactly.
hundreds of people come to eat from your restaurant, and you want
So
to prevent, sickness and infection from spreading.
don't get me wrong. I absolutely adore our 2 dogs and our 3 cats. Okay? And, like, I mean, okay, yeah, I'll admit, sometimes I gentle parent the cats, and I'm like, make good choices. Is you really wanna do that? Scientific says that they have the intelligence of about a 3-year-old.
So they can understand you.
So they can understand you. Same thing can be said about dogs. However, they're not in charge of a restaurant and people's livelihoods, and their houses are not on the line, okay? Like,
And you're not
I'm
in charge, they're
I'm
not in charge of potentially poisoning hundreds of people because you
exactly,
didn't
like,
clean a kitchen.
I'm sorry, I'm going to, like, talk to Ollie about making a good choice, about not going into my like, not, trying to climb through my blinds because I haven't opened my blinds because, sun. But,
Right.
I wouldn't talk to my dog like that. I'm not saying that you need to yell at your dogs, clearly, but,
Also,
he
this is
wasn't
Gordon
yelling.
Ramsay. This is Gordon
What are
Ramsay.
you
What were
and
you
sir
expecting?
And sir, this is an episode from season 2.
You know what? You
You
know
saw
what?
season
He's
1,
been very delicate with him compared to
right?
like his Hell's Kitchen, you know? Like he's
What am
awful
I?
in Hell's
What am
Kitchen.
I? An idiot sandwich.
Yes. He's
Okay?
like you knew this man was coming. You invited him to your place and then you chose to get upset when he Gordon Ramsayed all over your restaurant. But you asked him to come here.
Well, they haven't done the makeover yet, so he hasn't Gordon Ramsayed fully yet. But I
That's
mean,
true. He's only
but
halfway there.
obviously, we do have to take into account that this is reality television, and reality television is often played up for the drama.
Yes, I understand that, but why on earth would you agree to have a toddler temper tantrum on national television?
Yeah. I mean, because then that, like, okay, I do understand that it is in the filming and it is in the editing, and they are trying to move a narrative.
Yes.
Because reality TV is actually very heavily scripted.
Yes.
They go in there with a, like, wife swap was a good example. But we're not reviewing wife swap, so but I mean, I've heard
Maybe
stuff
one
about
day.
it.
Maybe one
No,
day.
no, we absolutely could, but, like, I
There's
don't know, there was
actually a criminal one where I think that one of the families in wife swap actually ended up doing a swap, right? And then when they returned back to normal and everything, like a year or so later, maybe it was a couple of years later, I don't know, but one of the sons went and like killed his parents and
Oh, yeah, okay. I
yeah,
had
so that's actually a pretty good story to review because you're really,
well,
really into
there
Criminal Minds stuff, so you should check that one out.
okay. Well,
Yeah.
there was a girl who was on TikTok who was on wife swap as a kid, and she said that, they like, she listed off a bunch of stuff that she was kinda scared of, and they used that against her for drama.
Oh,
Her as one of the kids.
that's so sad.
And I mean,
Well, that's
let's
the
not
thing is you
forget
go on
that
there and you tell them your fears and then they go and like actually put your fears, into
yes, because
reality
for
for
drama.
television.
And let's not forget the pagan family and the ultra Christian family and the lady, which I don't know. I got curious about her recently. She's doing pretty good.
Oh, that's nice.
The Christian, the God warrior, whatever she called herself, she's doing pretty good,
Okay.
actually. It's a whole
Well,
thing.
maybe
But
that'll be
like,
something that we
yeah,
review, but I'm going to move past the wife swap because we're not doing wife swap
no, we're
right
not doing
now.
wife swap.
So, but
But
that could be
reality
something we
TV,
review.
so it is entirely possible that they are trying to. But again,
Why would you
um,
have a 2-year-old temper tantrum on national television after being told to clean your refrigerator?
right,
You know, like,
like
you want the
I understand.
restaurant to have a good reputation. You're not
Like
going to
I
just automatically agree to ruin your reputation for the sake of your restaurant because they go hand in hand.
Exactly. Like I understand obviously like wanting like okay, I understand criticism can be hard
Yeah.
and a lot of people um with ADHD, that from my personal experience, rejection and criticism they hit really hard even if it's not like actually like anybody really criticizing you. It can come across and make you feel that way and you react in a not good way.
I
I'm not
think
saying
the
he has
difference
ADHD or anything.
is that most of the time you are free to react that way. Maybe not necessarily free to react that way, but you are, I guess it's a little bit more lenient to react that way around friends and family. This is a work environment.
Exactly.
He's your boss. You have to set an example for your employees. And what he has just taught them is that they are free to have the same kind of temper tantrum within their work environment and make it just as chaotic and toxic because it's okay. The boss does it. So now I'm allowed to do it. And you can't fire me because you behave the same way. You know, you're setting an example and you're setting a level of professionalism within your workplace that is so low. The bar is so low once you throw a temper tantrum in a workplace. You know?
Exactly. Like, okay, again, I can say a lot of things about my boss, but he was professional.
Yeah.
Okay, he was professional.
Like, I mean, it's one thing, but this is a work environment. Like,
And like
yes, it's reality TV, but it is a work environment.
and I can understand losing your temper because like okay, sometimes I can just go through life with I don't know, almost blinders on.
Mhm.
And I've done this. I've ruined relationships like that because I'm like, okay, everything is fine. I can't see the cracks in the relationship. That's a relationship though. Um, I will admit that sometimes I struggle with cleanliness in my room, especially.
Mhm.
And like you can just kind of like, oh yeah, that's fine. But this is a kitchen work environment.
Yeah.
Our kitchen with like my bedroom, that is one thing. Okay, that is my space and like I know I need to. But when I cook, I made chicken parmesan the other night. I made two kinds of chicken parmesan because I made us dairy-free, gluten-free version and I made gluten dairy version for, the parents. And when you and your mom came back, there weren't any dishes.
Mhm.
The only dishes were the dishes we used when we ate and the two glass dishes
Yeah.
the casserole dishes. Why? Because I cleaned up after myself.
It's also
You
habit. It's also habit. Like, you can get into the habit of cleaning as you go in a kitchen versus not in the habit of cleaning in your room. Like,
Yeah, it's
you
just
have a dirty paper plate and your brain doesn't automatically go, oh, I should throw this away. Instead, it's like, I'm just going to put this on the table,
I mean like
But when
okay.
you're in the kitchen in a different environment, your brain goes, I have to clean this up because that's what you were taught. So if you want to rewire your brain, and I am in no way an expert, you have to start at the little thing. You have to
Yeah.
actively and be aware that your plate is there in your hands and putting it down on the table is not the right option. And just start with putting your plate in the trash. And then when the trash gets full, just throw your plate out. Just throw the trash out and continue that. And then once that becomes habit, and once that becomes you're not even thinking about it, pick something else and work your way up to a clean environment within your room, or a clean environment within your office, because we actively as humans do clean environment within the kitchen every single day. So that's the easiest room to keep clean.
It is.
Versus other places within the room, because that somehow turns off once you leave the room.
ADHD doesn't help with other things. But
no,
you know what?
No, because I think that even then, even if you don't have ADHD and you're just, a normal brained person, normal functioning person, you still have that sort of, it clicks off once you walk out, because you're not in the habit of handling the cleanliness in your room versus ADHD. I don't think that's necessarily a fully ADHD thing. I think that's a human thing,
No, but I'm just saying it makes it harder.
Yeah.
But I have gotten better. I do not have piles and piles of dishes like I have in the past, and I actually do manage to get my trash out like once a week.
And like
usually,
I can understand him being overwhelmed. Especially if he wasn't aware of, or like if he had his eyes closed and his head in the sand and whatever, to how dirty it was, or like he knew it but he was just like in a frozen paralysis and didn't want to actually acknowledge how bad it is, and now somebody is in his face
denial
telling him he has to do it, and there's an overwhelming paralysis in there. So of course you're going to react in a way that, like, it's a fight or flight kind of reaction that
exactly
prevents you from actually doing the thing you're being asked to do. So therefore you're going to create a temper tantrum, a 2-year-old temper tantrum. And I understand it, but at the same time, it's still your work environment.
The human body, there is, to the human brain and to your nervous system, there is no difference between a threat that is verbal, and to him, it is the same thing as if Gordon Ramsay were a lion chasing him for dinner.
Yes, I understand that he has probably entered a fight or flight, but at the same time, this is still a work environment, and your brain should flip on and go, I am responsible for the customers coming into my room, or into, not my room, but into my restaurant. I'm responsible for the staff and how they behave, and I have to be a good
role model.
Thank you. A good role model for the entire staff, because I'm the owner and they have to look up to me, and that should be above all else. And I mean it. It should be above all else how we hold ourselves in our job and our work environment. Because imagine, this place is probably open. There are people through these windows watching him having this temper tantrum. There are people,
I think they're open in the evening.
I don't know, but there could be people in this restaurant watching him right now, or people coming out of the dance studio next door, watching him and watching the two, begging him to like get it together. And then they're gonna go home there, and then they're gonna go home, and then they're gonna go home, and they're gonna tell their their significant other, their sister, their family, their friends, and be like, oh my gosh, did you know what I saw today? I saw so and so and so and so. And then there's your reputation, because they're going to go and tell all the other people, and then they're going to think, oh my gosh, this person is a little bit unhinged. I don't want to eat there if he's going to blow up in my face. One mistake like
Exactly.
that, and I know that's a little paranoid, but it happens. One mistake like that ruins your whole business, and you have to be on top of it. And yes,
Oh yeah.
I know that is
No.
paranoid,
Okay.
but it
Okay,
comes
but
from
you're
a place
also
of experience, you
yeah,
know?
I was about to say that because people with a vendetta can spread some rumors.
Mhm.
And next thing you know, you were doing so well in sales, and next thing you know, you're like, what is happening?
And you didn't do anything, but they saw something, and
Yeah. Or
based
they
upon
misinterpreted something.
your behavior, you know?
Yeah.
And
Word of mouth is a very powerful thing.
especially if you were in a business, which means you have to be on top of your temper tantrums. You have to bottle it in, go throw it, go through your temper tantrum, because that's human emotion. That's human nature. You're allowed to have your emotion, but
Now,
like bottle
I
it in
will
until you get home or until you get to the car, until you're in a safe space
I
to express those emotions.
I will say he did do the right thing walking away.
Yeah.
He
And
did do the right thing walking away, but he's not reaching. Okay, you can walk away, but you have to calm yourself. You have to,
Well, the
I
problem is he
he's
walked away, but he walked away in an area where he was still very much well seen. People could see him through the window and speculate what was going on. They couldn't hear it. We could hear it because he has his mic attached, but they couldn't
correct.
hear it. And he walked back and forth until somebody came to get him to try and like talk to him and calm him down. He wasn't ready for that yet. He was not prepared. His body is still, fighting that lion, and he wasn't ready for it. He needed to remove himself and then come back in a calmer fashion after he's had time to reflect upon why he's upset, after he's had time to reflect upon why he's overwhelmed, and go, I am overwhelmed, but this is something that does need to get done. And he is trying to help. And even then, he could have been like, Gordon, I don't really like how you've been treating me. I understand, and I do need to do better, sort of
Yeah.
thing. But
Like I cannot have this
he
conversation right now.
he needed to remove himself entirely instead of removing himself halfway and hoping that somebody would come to sort of fix the problem, if that makes sense.
No, that makes sense.
Yeah. Okay.
I I
Oh.
feel like he is still, like I said, he's still very public.
Yeah.
And like it's obvious the wait staff are trying to diffuse the situation.
The wait
as best
staff
they
should
can.
not have to diffuse the situation. This is your boss. Your
But I do have
boss
to
should not have to rely on the wait staff for your behavior.
But I do have to
By
say one
them
thing.
calming down your
No,
behavior.
they shouldn't. That is not their job. But I do have to say one thing. It does go to show that the wait staff actually does care about the restaurant and the owners.
Now, the wait staff did do some of the cleaning, so I do 100% believe that they care, but they didn't just automatically go. Gordon asked them to do it. Gordon is a higher power, and
That's true.
so it's
That's
harder for
true.
them to say or consent
Power
to yes
dynamics.
or no. You're in a power dynamic. So if Gordon's like, hey, go deal with this, it'd be good for television, they're not in a position to be able to say yes or no. So I don't really think it had anything to do with caring about him. And I think that even they were like, he needs to calm down. And Gordon was like, no, 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 no. You guys are the backbone. You go handle the situation.
Right.
Yeah.
All right.
Like that by anybody, and you know what? The only thing that's keeping me from fucking hitting him with a fucking baseball bat is that I'd go to fucking jail for it.
That's extreme
I'm done.
and toxic.
Done.
And impulsive
Finished.
thought.
You're
Intrusive
not
thought,
everyone here
one
know
or
you
the
are,
other.
Billy.
Absolutely not.
You're gonna give up, and you're gonna give up on all of us? Come on, be a fucking baby, Billy.
Oh, now we've got 2 temper tantrums because she wasn't ready to handle his emotions.
Put the place up for fucking sale and go back to construction and enjoy my fucking life the way I used to before all of this bullshit.
Well, he was in construction
We'll go to
before.
bankruptcy court and just give it all up. Fuck it.
That's
I'm
a hard
done.
job.
Bye. So help me God, I will not open the door tomorrow. You can all go fuck yourselves, and I don't care if it's all for nothing. Do not care.
Okay,
Billy!
calm down.
You know what? I'll survive somehow. Billy, fuck you.
No, again, I really feel like that was done up more for drama.
He should have driven away further.
Carolyn now
He should
faces
have
the
driven away,
prospect of running the
you know,
handlebar alone.
sooner, not
Very
further.
upset that I have a husband that's ready to throw in the towel. So here I am, stuck holding the bag.
Let me help you.
I want you to help me, but I don't know what to do. I have a job that I have to work so I can pay my mortgage.
Oh, honey.
Okay.
I don't know what to do.
He has to work
Why can't we work
so they don't lose the house.
I would love to work or turn this around.
Okay. Let me open the restaurant tonight.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm feeling that I'm gonna do what I have to do to make everything work.
That's right,
because
girly.
I'm not walking out now, and I'm not flushing the last 17 years of my life down the bowl.
That's right, girly.
To further inspire Carolyn to move forward with the plan, Gordon shows her the dedication of her staff.
What a difference. It's looking great. Huh?
Did she even know it was dirty? Because she wasn't in there.
We were more or less just doing it to just show that, like, we are dedicated and we do want this to work.
Billy's gone.
Probably.
Whether he comes back later or not, it's not going to affect what we're doing tonight. We're opening, and we're opening with a clean fridge, healthy attitude. We're hungry to get this place full. Yes?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Her courage now bolstered by her staff's support, Carolyn leaves Billy a message.
Billy, I'm not gonna stop now. I will do whatever
Okay,
it
pause
takes
it,
to
pause
make
it.
my
I
restaurant
want to hear this
succeed
first.
with Chef
Okay.
Ramsay's help. I'll succeed.
Yeah,
I
you
just
were
told him
girly.
my
Hey,
determination
Paul.
that I'm
Okay, the
going
reason I
forward
was
with
saying
it.
to pause it
Well,
there
I
was.
wanted to hear her speech, but go on. Okay.
I'm sorry. Go back.
Okay. Continue.
Well, I wanted to point something out.
Okay. What did you want
Because
to point out?
in when she was on the phone, you could see a little black thing. That was what I was talking about, where you dispose of the grease.
What black thing? Oh, the
Well, Like when she's
dumpster
on the
thingy?
there's like a little dumpster thing. I think that was where you dispose of the grease, if I'm not mistaken.
Carolyn leaves Billy a message.
Billy,
See
Or that
it?
might be a
stop now.
dumpster.
I will do
That might just
whatever
be a
it takes
dumpster.
to
Never
make my
mind.
restaurant succeed with Chef.
The little
Girly,
thing
it's
in
an
the
emotional moment. Let me watch it.
sorry.
Her courage now bolstered by her staff's support, Carolyn leaves Billy a message.
Billy, I'm not gonna stop now. I will do whatever it takes to make my restaurant succeed with Chef Ramsay's help. I'll succeed. I just told him my determination that I'm going forward with this, regardless if he wanted to or not.
Good job, girly. You stand up for yourself.
Is worth the
I'm
wait.
sorry.
There's DIY, and there's doing it yourself. It's the difference between being creative.
Okay. Now, I am back here. I'll press play real quick. So you mean this, like, dumpster thingy? Does that look like it? Do you see it?
No, I have to hit skip on the
Takes-
ad.
Oh, I already skipped the ad.
I have to skip the ad. Yes, but it may also be just a dumpster. I
Oh,
may be
okay.
wrong. But it looks like it might be one of those that I was talking about.
That's where you put the oil from the,
Yeah.
okay.
Again, I'm sorry. I
No,
got
you're
distracted.
okay. You're okay. It's
To make
fine.
my restaurant succeed.
It's fine.
with
It's
Chef
just, it's a
Ramsay's
big
help.
emotional
I'll
moment.
succeed.
I was almost
I
in
just
tears, and
told
you're
him
like,
my
no, stop,
determination
stop,
that
stop.
I'm going forward with this, regardless if he wanted to or not.
I was feeling it for her.
The restaurant is about to open
You're
for
okay.
dinner.
It's
but
fine.
to get the handlebar moving in the right direction, Gordon makes some quick additions to the menu.
Melissa, let's do a special tonight. Some fried clams with a homemade tartar sauce. Ipswich clams.
Chef Ramsay, he's one of the best chefs in the world, you know, standing right next to me, and it was very surreal.
generously
Do you think she'll find her passion?
Straight in.
Maybe.
And then again, a nice little season there.
Okay.
Yeah. The minute the customer arrives at the table, they sit down and we need to give them fresh, hand-cut, homemade potato chips. A warm,
homemade.
No, those are good. This place is more laid back, so I think the chips are a good idea. It's different.
Nice.
Hi, good evening. Do you have a reservation?
I thought.
Did your restaurant have like a lot of potato chips, or what did they serve for like appetizers?
Well, I mean, there were appetizers you could order, but there was like,
Well, I know that like
you
some of them do rolls and stuff like that.
you got pita,
Oh, pita bread.
yeah, and you got a salad, a little like side salad thing.
Are you okay? I didn't mean to upset you.
No, I'm fine.
Okay, because you're
No,
so
no,
quiet
no,
now.
I'm okay.
You're so
No,
quiet
no, no,
now.
no, I'm okay. I no, I'm okay.
Okay. Okay.
But it was great that Chef Ramsay could show us how to make such a simple thing like potato chips that everybody would love.
We do have a special appetizer today.
Deep fried clams with a homemade tartar sauce.
All right, we'll do that. Yeah, we'll do that.
Potato chips are going well, special's going well. Keep it going, yeah? Nice atmosphere in the dining room, really good.
Clams.
There we are, clams.
Every day loves the clams. They said that's the best thing that they've ever
I
had
don't
here,
think
so
that
it's
I
going
would
really good.
We're not serving
think of
dirty bowls at the table.
clams when
Let's
I
go,
go
Alf,
to
yeah?
a steak restaurant.
Agreed.
Yeah, clams are a seafood restaurant,
I
maybe.
didn't think he was going to come
Oh,
back.
Bill's back.
I was really, really surprised that he came back so quickly.
I am angry
Ooh, she looks
about
upset.
things that transpired earlier in the day, still.
Hours after threatening to sell the business, owner Billy returns to the handlebar just in time for dinner service.
There was absolutely no part of me that still wanted Chef Ramsay to be here. I wanted him to be gone.
Billy, come on. Let go of it. When Billy came back, he had his bad attitude of, yeah, whatever.
So we haven't taken time to reflect. We're still wallowing.
Oh,
We're
boy.
still feeling emotions.
I can honestly say that I love my wife more than anything in this world, so I came back here for my wife.
While Billy tries to reconnect with his restaurant,
But you didn't clean the kitchen for your
Melissa
wife.
struggles to give the waitstaff complete
Let
orders.
it go, Micah.
I ran half the fucking order. I need the rest of it.
There's a lot of problems.
Who's this for here, Melissa? That's been here 37 minutes.
I don't know. The crepes, I forgot half of it, so.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, I found this cash app.
Melissa just stopped communicating. I mean,
Okay,
that's just
that's
how
nice.
Melissa is. And I think that's when we ran into problems.
Are any of my foods coming out for any of my tables?
I have no idea.
Sounds taking up so freaking long.
We've been waiting. Communication is the one thing, and it's not happening right now.
Oh, boy.
And I was, in the weeds so much.
Melissa's
I really couldn't tell who
struggling.
was waiting and who was wanting.
I need salmon pawnee area.
Was the salmon on that?
I think Melissa got very flustered back there. This place was total chaos.
It's 9 o'clock. I've been here since what time?
5:30.
I just don't know what to say.
With the orders backed up in the kitchen,
Killing me.
Whatever.
God help us.
Girl.
impatient, hungry customers begin taking out their frustrations
You shouldn't have come.
on each other.
Know what you're talking about before you open up your mouth.
I can open up my mouth at any time.
You can do it with
Can you please stop talking to my parents this way?
That's ridiculous.
We lost
It's a
connection.
total disaster.
We did.
And,
What do you mean?
Really think I'm
Oh,
to the
I
point
lost
now
the
that I
connection. I gotta add.
Oh, you did? Okay, I'll pause it.
I'm skipping the ad. It's fine. Oh,
Okay.
now I have another ad.
Oh, that's okay. I can wait.
Yeah, I just lost the connection for a second.
I'll
Okay.
even go back a
I'm back.
little bit.
I'm back. I'm back.
Yeah, I'll go back a little bit. There you go.
Okay.
Can you please stop talking to my parents this way?
That's ridiculous.
It's a total disaster. And really think I'm to the point now that I don't know what else to do.
Come on, Billy. Can we talk about it?
Billy has no choice but to listen to Chef Ramsay, because if he won't listen, then we might as well just shut the doors and walk away right now.
I have
Carolyn.
ever seen my kitchen fall apart like that.
He always says he doesn't
On
see
the busiest
things.
nights. Never have I seen that. Ever.
Somehow I
Melissa
doubt
has
that,
to talk now.
sir,
This is
but
the most
okay.
crucial
Right.
stage of the service where she has to open up and talk.
And get help from the other
And get
two.
help. It's just delegate with so many tables on.
The man is one of the top chefs in the world. And maybe I should put aside the ill feelings and listen to what he has to say.
Melissa may not be
Yes,
communicating,
thank
but
you.
the menu is vaster.
Yeah. I see what you're saying. At that point, I was very open-minded to his ideas.
Seriously, I'm pleased you're back, yeah? You're the foundation of this place. So have a little chat with the staff.
I
If
really
nothing,
think
would
that
like
they
to
should
hear
give,
that
like,
we're all on the
Melissa a
same
month's
track.
notice. If I were them.
The first hour of
You know?
service was amazing. And then we got
Maybe
back
she
to-
can be
we got
better.
Maybe. Are you sure you're okay?
I'm fine.
Okay.
Yeah, I promise I'm fine.
Okay, you're just really, really quiet and not talking as much, and I'm feeling like I upset you, and I'm
No,
sorry.
I'm not. I promise I'm fine.
Okay.
Backed up bad. Melissa, you refuse to communicate.
I didn't know what the fuck was going on.
Yeah, I agree with you. Honestly,
I
this
agree
menu
with you.
has to come down, yes? That has to be condensed.
It'd be appreciated.
New, small, dynamic menu. A menu that we can push out.
It'd be real nice to get a new menu that'll be more concise and in order. It'll be good.
Oh, yay! No longer
Four
Make it a
menus.
success. Get some sleep, yes?
I was kind of playing a guessing game when it came to
4
my health.
menus is a lot.
It's
And I
also
mean-
a lot for Melissa to have to handle, you know?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, it can be absolutely nuts. Especially when you are being like, especially when you are in a lunch or dinner rush, and it's like you have like 15 tickets at one time. And I mean, you know, and it's not just like a single meal on a ticket. A ticket is a table.
Right?
And like, so like, you know, maybe you have a table of 6, and then you have a table of 2, and then you have a table of 10.
And I think they only have 2 cooks back there. Like, for
I
the
think
whole
there are
restaurant.
3. There are 3.
Are there
There are
3? I
Yeah,
only
there were
saw
3.
2, but there probably is. Yeah.
But I
But
mean,
that's a lot for them to have to handle.
that is a lot. And I mean, they don't seem to have like as many tables, but again, that is a lot, and it's a lot of pressure. So when
Melissa
the other
shutting down only makes sense the busier they get, too.
Yeah. Now, I mean, I have been left in the kitchen alone.
Mhm.
Okay, so it's like me and like the dishwasher. She was one of the cooks at one point, but there was a whole thing and she got regulated to dishwasher. But if we were really, really busy, you know, she would pop up and start helping.
Oh.
Because it was like if we were absolutely swamped, everybody in the kitchen is pulling things out of pulling things out of the food heaters. They're grabbing plates. They are, you know, throwing things in deep fryers. At least this is what it was. They knew the menu enough that they were like, hey, we can help with this stuff. We can help you with this stuff. You know, I'll grab this out of the walk-in. You need this. Yeah, it's a lot, especially when it is like a dinner rush and you are trying to, and like there were times where I was making pita because we were completely out of pita, and I spent 30 minutes, and that was all I was doing, was flipping pita on the grill, heating it up.
How
you know,
was
just
your communication in the kitchen? Because it sounds like Melissa is shutting down and there's like no words happening. Is that realistic for there to be a lot of like hey, do this, hey, do that, hey, do this, hey, do
Yes,
that? Or do you guys have
absolutely.
like a routine that
Um,
you're used to?
Communication is 100% vital. Okay, so our two dishwashers spoke Spanish
Mm-hmm.
and very little English.
Oh.
Um, but they understood uh can you dish up the green beans? Can you put this in a deep fryer? They
Right.
understood that. So even though there was a language barrier, the communication
You
was
guys figured it
still
out.
exactly. There was still that communication. And me and the lady, uh sometimes it would just be the two of us for like an hour because the head chef and the sous chef, like they sometimes like the head chef would have his days off, obviously, or the sous chef would have like his day off. And so like whatever was working, they would have their break usually around 3 or 4,
Oh.
depending on the time of day. They would take their break at the slowest part of the day, right?
Right. That
And
only makes sense. Oh, also, Anna, hello. How are you doing today? Thank you for popping in to, join us. Oh, and thank you for the follow. Thank you. Okay, continue. Sorry, Missy. Well, not sorry. I'm doing my job, but continue your story.
but she okay, so like I mean sometimes it would be quite obvious that it was it would be quite obvious that excuse me, my phone decided because I tried to keep the chat up so I can talk to people too.
Uh-huh.
But it would be obvious that like it's slow, like it's dead. And usually that's like where I downtime almost. That's where you're going to do a lot of cleaning, you're going to do a lot of more organizing, you're going to top up to make sure that the to-go sauces are all filled, the everything is filled, everything's topped up, that sort of thing. But then there were other days where it's like, you know what? You're going to spend the next hour making nothing but euros.
Right. And
and in that moment, it's just the two of us in the kitchen. And even though there was a language barrier, we could still communicate because, I would be making things and then she would be on the grill flipping the pita. So, because we need the pita for the,
points and gestures go a long way, is what you're
points and
saying.
gesture. Yes, communication, even though there's a language barrier, can still happen.
Yeah.
And so it would be like
So even if
one
somebody
person.
is I was going
Yeah.
to say, so even if somebody is a little bit nonverbal or has trouble talking in intense anxiety-inducing situations, points and gestures are still an
Uh-huh.
option for
Uh-huh.
communication
They are.
within a restaurant.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yep. And like I said, I could be on the grill. My job would be I'm making the pita, I'm grilling up the burgers, I'm grilling up the buns. I'm handing those things off to the other chef who is, putting them together. They're working the front line. They're like working the line. I'm working the grill area or whatever. And then like somebody else is just dishing out the green beans and the potatoes, the sides.
Right.
And like those are like the last things that go on the plate, and the plate goes on the heater, waiter comes, and it's intense. It is intense. Now on the food truck, you had the lady who owned the food truck. She was on the she was taking orders and she was taking money. Then you had her husband who manned the deep fryer for the potatoes, and he manned like making the Texas twisters, which were just potatoes cut in a specific way
Uh-huh.
and then deep fried. And then I was manning the grill and I was making the bulk of the things. He was basically making like the sides or like maybe like the hot dog, like the corn dogs and stuff. But like that could be intense. Like when it's just you and you are trying to make, you have this person just ordered 5 brats. And then another person ordered a Reuben sandwich. So you have the brats on the grill. You have a Reuben you're trying to make. That's intense, but it's by yourself. I did prefer the kitchen because it was like everybody kind of, and it wasn't like a open like, okay, this is the game plan for tonight's dinner rush,
Yeah.
It's a very, but you fall into a place and it's like you see what area needs coverage and you take it.
Yeah.
Like, we're out of pita, go make pita. I could have been doing something else, but I'll drop that to do pita. They'll pick up the slack where I was because we got to get the orders out, and if you have 3 tables who ordered the burgers, you're gonna put the burgers all on the grill at the same time.
Right.
Because
oh, sorry, continue.
Because it's just easier to make similar items. But then you got to keep track of, oh, this burger didn't want the onions, this burger didn't want this burger didn't want that, but this one wants all of it. So you got to keep track of all that as well.
Right.
It's intense.
Well,
it's
it
intense.
looks like Melissa is shutting down quite a bit and having trouble with the anxiety of a full restaurant. So we'll see how she does once the boss talks to her. And I really, really hope he's nice about it because she seems really reluctant and, has.
I really hope this woman finds some
like
passion.
I think it's like a low ego, not ego, a low
Self-esteem?
Self-esteem. Thank you. It's like a low self-esteem kind of thing. Like she's like, why am I here? I'm not worthy of being a chef. That's kind of the vibe I'm getting. And I think a little bit of like some positive reinforcement might go really well. I do love her attitude though. It's kind of akin to a little bit of mine. Like why am I here?
I do. Maybe she's just a Scorpio.
Maybe.
All right.
In preparation
Come on,
for the
Melissa,
relaunch,
you can do it.
Gordon's team worked through the night, updating Handlebar's tired, dated look.
Oh, I thought they were going to talk to her. They didn't talk to her.
Let's have a look at the new handlebar. Let's go. Up.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Oh, wow.
They just let it go? They didn't talk to her?
Maybe they'll talk to her today.
Maybe.
With the new menu. Maybe with the new menu will be easier.
Oh, yeah.
It does actually look really nice.
It does, doesn't it?
Billy,
I like their floors, like their old floors.
I like their floor too.
Oh, my God.
Oh, they kept the old floors. Good, good. That was a beautiful floor.
Feeling wow. Wow is all I can say. Wow. Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
What about the lamps? No more gloves. No more gloves.
I liked the old lamps, but I like the new lamps too.
Look at it. Warm, bright,
Yes.
vibrant,
The
happy.
new lamps look a little more flimsy though, like easier to break.
Everything is awesome. It's incredible. I'm totally blown away.
Billy,
Carolyn.
you have Long Island's first ever gastropub.
The heck is a gastropub?
What the fuck is a gastropub?
Nobody knows.
Good question, gastropub. Good question.
I've never heard of a gastropub, but we're the first on Long Island. That is so incredibly awesome.
A gastropub is warm, open all hours, come and relax and enjoy with no intimidation. We
I
cater for
kind of want
everybody.
to go
It's
just to
perfect
see
for
if
the neighborhood.
Melissa is still
There
there.
are 25 gastropubs in Manhattan,
I
and
bet
they are doing
they
a phenomenal
no
amount of
longer
business.
in business
A
though.
pub with an emphasis on fine food at reasonable prices. That kind of hit home. It was exactly the type of place that my
I like
wife
their
and
bar.
myself were looking to turn it into.
Yeah.
They did good on the redesign.
They did.
Knowing
They
Billy and
usually
Carolyn's
do.
love for motorcycle riding,
Let's go. Ready to make some noise, yes?
Gordon has organized Handlebar's first annual motorcycle rally to help spread the word about the relaunch.
Oh, that's
But
cool.
what Billy and Carolyn don't know is Gordon has reached out
I
to
know
another
nothing
bike
about
enthusiast.
motorcycles.
I
Rock
know.
and
I'd
roll
be terrified to ride
Twisted
them.
Sisters' very own Dee Snider. Hey!
Dean Snyder? Am I supposed to know who he is?
Twisted Sisters was a band from the 80s.
Oh, you know who he is. Okay.
Here I would get on my
Um,
bike and ride with Chef Ramsay and Dee Snyder.
I had
was
teenage
like,
siblings
oh
in
my
the
God, how
80s.
cool is that?
Oh, that makes
Are you ready?
sense.
Yes, we are.
I was a small child in the 80s, but I have older siblings. um, I don't know if they listen to Twisted Sister, but I do. I know 80s bands to an extent because I remember sitting on the radio.
Must be some sort of
To see
legend.
that Chef Ramsay could ride a motorcycle and enjoy himself. It was a lot of fun.
Right, let's go. Get these
Popular band.
The grand reopening
Yeah,
of
he's,
Handlebar tonight.
you know.
Come down to the Handlebars reopening tonight.
Grand reopening, come on down.
Come on down.
I'm smiling because I feel that the handlebar is pointed in the right direction now. We have some place to go and some place to look forward to.
Aww. I still don't know about you,
Now
Billy,
that the
but
word had spread,
I like your
Gordon
wife.
gets back to the crucial task of introducing the new gastropub menu.
That's the menu in front of it. Look at it. There is nothing complicated on there. Whether it's the steak, mussels, the salmon, the sausage, everything is so
I
simply
don't know
done.
if mussels
The new
should be in
menu,
a
I
steakhouse.
Yo, did you see her bouncing?
Oh, wait, she was bouncing? I need to see.
She was bouncing.
I need to see. Hold on,
Yes,
go
go
back.
backwards.
It's so
Watch.
simply done.
She's so
She's
happy.
she's bouncing. She's doing what I call happy bouncing.
She's like low energy bouncing.
Yes, she's like, oh.
It's the night that we make the statement. And when we start getting in the weeds, you have to come out
She's
yourself
even got some
and open up.
determination
Yes, sir.
going.
Chef Ramsay
Like, yes,
put his
sir.
effort into this to change us, so we're gonna try not to let him down.
We're going to start confirming the first ever gastropub in Long Island.
After the bomb last night, I'm sweating. I'm nervous to see how my kitchen pulls it together.
Make it
All right,
work.
now the real challenge is gonna be how is she gonna start communicating?
Yes, especially if they don't talk to her about it first, because they haven't pulled her aside or anything.
They probably
It's the grand
did, but they're
reopening of the
probably
Handlebar.
waiting to show the conversation for dramatic effect.
And Chef
Oh,
Ramsay's
that's a good
motorcycle
point.
rally has clearly spread the word about the relaunch.
Enjoy your meal.
Woo.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
With Billy appearing
Okay, it's bothering
Oh my
me.
gosh, look at how clean that is now
Oh,
over there.
my
Like it was
goodness.
so like black.
Yeah, we were mentioning
Oh.
how dark that was. Okay, it's
Oh.
bothering me. This is the reason I paused it. And if you don't want to say it for streaming purposes, that's fine. But your dishwasher, why did she get moved from chef to dishwasher?
Okay, so she messed up orders more than a few times.
Oh.
And
So it was like an education thing. She needed to wait until she learned the menu?
Well, she was there before me. But there was also like the final straw was her hair getting into somebody's order.
Oh.
That was like the final straw.
Don't you guys wear hairnets back there?
We wore hats.
Mm.
Like if you notice Melissa's not wearing a hairnet.
She's
She
wearing a
just
hat.
she's wearing a hat. So yes, we wore hats. She wore a hat too, but it did
Well, if she wore a hat, then that's not really her fault if it still got in. I mean, it's gross if it ends up in the food.
and like
But
people were complaining, and she was the major factor of orders getting sent back because they weren't made correctly. Then the hair was the final straw, and
at least he didn't fire her, though.
no. So she was really more regulated, and I mean, she didn't just do dishwashing. She also still helped like prep vegetables and things of that nature, help unload the truck on the day that like it was like we all stopped as much as we could to help unload and bring in the groceries whenever supplies were brought in on Wednesday. But yeah, that's basically what happened is she just got kind of, I guess, demoted. But we only had the one dishwasher, and he was doing everything. So it did end up actually helping, because then prior to that, when the dishwasher had his day off,
Uh-huh.
all of us were like I would be doing dishes, the head chef would be doing dishes, and all of that. I think the wait staff popped out at one point and were like doing the like not really often, but like at one point they like kind of like one of them popped in and was like helping because they were like, we need glasses. And so yeah, but it did help. But again, when it was busy, and they were actually training the other dishwasher when I did leave, to actually, he was learning to cook. He was learning to be one of the, he was working his way up. And, I mean, this lady had worked at other places. She had worked at McDonald's. She worked at Jack in the Box, other places like that. So she knew her way, but I mean, she messed up, and she could still help, but like she couldn't be one of the main cooks. Yeah. It
Okay.
just it's just
I was
basically
just
what
wondering about it for like the last 10 minutes. I'm like, I'm gonna ask.
it wasn't like she didn't do anything like super super bad, but I mean, you can't have somebody like I could very easily have been regulated to doing dishes if I had made so many mistakes. I mean, don't get me wrong. I messed up a few times. Like especially if you have like somebody who is or if you have like 10 orders of euros, you kind of your brain kind of just goes, this goes on, this goes on, this goes on, this goes on.
Right.
But if they're like, I don't want the tomatoes, or I don't want I want the tzatziki on the side, and then you put on tzatziki. Now, if you're making like a whole bunch of them, that's like, okay, well then we'll just give this one too, and I will start another one. But it's like crap, you know. But like, you know, but she just did it too many times, and there were too many complaints.
That makes sense.
And the hair was just the final straw.
Final
and then they were just kind of like, actually, it was a hair and a euro,
Yeah.
and you could tell that it was
Like
not
I can
mine.
understand accidents happening because like even a hat or even in a hairnet, it's a hair, you know. But
Yeah.
still, that's gross.
But no, that was it, kind of. But I mean, they're like, if we were busy, super busy, yeah, both of them dropped everything. I mean, the other dishwasher, he did a lot of like the potato peeling and stuff like that.
Do you think they have a dishwasher here?
Probably. But you're probably not really seeing
The dishwasher?
him.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're probably not really seeing them, but probably.
Well, I noticed they have one of the cooks' faces blurred, so
They did earlier.
Yeah.
But I think they unblurred it now, but I don't know.
or it's a different cook. I'm not sure.
That could be it too. I guess we'll see.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Chef Ramsay's changes.
that's what happened.
Everything.
All eyes are now on Melissa to step it up in the kitchen.
Come on, Melissa.
Stay focused. Here we go.
You can do it.
Everybody's excited to come in and see how it looks now and see what's
Oh,
going on.
they even got new uniforms.
Grilled chicken sandwich.
Salmon good?
You all will be pleased with the food tonight.
Thank you.
Melissa, I need the shrimp cocktail, and then the salads, and then the entrees. All right? Melissa?
Melissa, listen to me. I want this communication ramped up tonight. You need to connect. The minute you stop talking, we're fucked.
Okay.
I think Melissa needs to be more assertive and keep everybody under control.
See, they're waiting for the communication thing to make it a point.
Yes,
restaurant
instead of
fills
talking
It's going-
to her. It's not that hard
And
to
customers
talk
embrace
to
the
her.
new gastropub menu.
The lack of communication, that's going to be the point of contention.
Please welcome a local legend. Twisted Sisters, yes, Dee Snyder.
Dean Snyder! I just found out about you.
D. Like the letter D.
Oh, Dee Snyder! I just found out about you. Not
Dean
like
came in
Dean
through the
was
door on that bike.
Winchester.
It was just amazing. Everybody
No.
was
Got
clapping
it.
and cheering and having a great time.
How cool is this, huh? All right, here's the deal. In honor of the grand reopening of Handlebar Restaurant, we're going to be auctioning this bike off. So if you want to bid on this beautiful Harley-Davidson Sportster, you can go to Handlebar Restaurant website and put a bid in there, and all the proceeds will go to the March of Dimes.
It's a charity.
With Dee Snider's fans
Nice.
Charity
now seated
opening event. That's so cool.
in the first fully
We
packed
should do a
house in over
charity
a
stream
year.
when we get popular.
Maybe when you make affiliate.
The kitchen
Yes,
is
when I
about to
make
be tested.
affiliate.
The salmon looks black underneath, Melissa.
She looks so
I don't think it's
scared.
burnt, honestly.
Her eyes are so
Pass me the
big.
spatula.
I think it's okay.
Oh, that is not okay.
Yeah.
I got you.
But
I mean, you
I'm not
can't
serving chocolate
tell
shit
the
like
chef you're wrong.
Fucking
And
disgusting.
Melissa thought she could
by
just
the
take
chef,
care
I
of
mean
everything
Gordon.
herself,
You're
and
wrong.
She had 2 other cooks and didn't ask for their help.
He's an
It's a
expert
recook. I'm
chef.
very sorry, Beth. I hope it is better.
He knows what a salmon looks like.
I'm so sorry.
In her rush to fill orders,
Freaking salmon.
Melissa starts sacrificing the quality of the food.
This isn't cooked. Look at the middle of that fucking salmon.
Sass, ma'am,
Now's
sass.
the time to go back in
Hey,
time.
you'd be
You
surprised.
can go into the
Family
kitchen.
journey that led to you. Ancestry can help you piece together the past with billions of records, photos, and more. Memberships
go
are
away
on
now.
sale now.
I was kind of playing a guessing game when it came to my health.
Now with Whoop, I know how my body works.
Okay,
I
go
could
away.
conquer any day.
There we go.
Gross. That salmon looked like what you'd find in a seafood section. Like it was shiny and it looked cold. Like, are you fucking kidding me?
The salmon we sent came
Girly.
back fucking raw, so we're doing it again for the 3rd time.
Freaking salmon. Let's do this.
I think Melissa got very flustered back there.
Yeah.
Falling apart.
They're using her lack of communication as the main conflict of the evening.
Where's my salmon?
And the freaking salmon.
Billy, if
When
it's
they
burnt
coulda
or
just
it's raw
talked
again,
to her.
I'm gonna shove it down somebody's throat.
Everything just kept compounding and compounding to the point where it was a total disaster.
You gotta be kidding me.
Kitchen
Hang
fire.
myself. I burnt the shit out of this.
Just switch it. Just ask
After
one of the
first
chefs to
overcooking.
do
No
salmon.
fucking way.
You don't have to
Then
do salmon.
undercooking the
Ask one of
salmon.
the other chefs to
Melissa
do it.
hopes the 3rd time is the charm.
Phil, but she's got to open up and fucking communicate. If she doesn't start communicating now, we're fucked, yeah?
Yep.
Please, yeah?
She needs to utilize the other 2 cooks that she has in the kitchen. It's not
That's
a
what I
one-man
just
show,
said.
and it can
Use
never
one of
work
the
if
other
she
cooks
thinks
to
it
do
can
the
be.
salmon.
Honey, let's just get it right this time.
Melissa,
Maybe just call
use
her
these
honey.
2 guys.
I'm trying.
I want to hear it. Open up, communicate, yeah?
You know what? You want to cook that? I know. Please. Thank you. I will take care of the veg.
Good girl.
I didn't realize I can't take care of the line on my own. Salt and pepper, please.
See?
Thank you.
Yes.
To open up and communicate and get things going. Your salmon is coming, honey. I'm very sorry.
Yes.
Good to go.
Thank
You
you
know,
very
that's
much,
actually
honey.
really big of her, too.
Gordon's persistence
To,
with Melissa appears to finally be paying off.
To be like, you know, I'm not very good at the salmon thing. I'm going to pass it off to one of my other chefs.
Maybe.
That's actually really good management on her part
Yeah.
instead of being like a complete and total baby about it and not accepting the fact that she can't do it and continuing to do it and continuing to mess up and like she can practice off hours.
That's true. Maybe the other 2 cooks are new, and maybe she had some people in the past that worked with her that she could not count on, that they never pulled their weight, and so maybe, she's like, I'm the only one who, if I do not do it, it is not gonna get done.
Oh, you know, that might actually be it. You're right.
Because I think we have all been in a position where we have had a person,
Oh, yeah.
be it somebody that be it a partner in school that you were doing a project with, because I know personally in college I had a project and like it was a matter of like if it was going to get done, I had to do it.
Yeah. I
You
had a
know,
job where I was the manager of a couple of employees, and it wasn't going to get done unless I did it. And I wasn't in
exactly.
charge of hiring or firing, so they just kind of stayed behind the counter loitering while I, you know, uh, put books on the shelf because I was in a bookstore at the time, you
Exactly.
know.
Yeah. So you understand.
Yeah,
If I don't do it, it's not going to get done.
yeah.
And if it's in a college setting, it's like I'm not going to sacrifice my grade. Um, but like,
And I
that sort
still
of.
got fired over her. They kept her because she was cheaper than me.
So
But
was she the one who was reading the spicy manga?
yes, she was the one that read the spicy manga instead of actually doing her job. And I had
Yeah.
to stock books, talk to customers, ring up customers, sweep the floors, mop the floors, and she just sat and watched and read spicy manga. And I
Mm.
was young at the time. I could have talked to my boss and like outed her, but I didn't want to be responsible for somebody losing their job, so I just did both of our jobs, you
No,
know?
that makes sense.
Yeah.
And then they fire you and they probably were like, "Oh, well, shit."
Yeah.
You know. But like no. So it is possible. I'm not saying, I mean, this is just speculation. But we've had those coworkers and those coworkers or, uh partners, in like projects and stuff. They kind of leave you with a bad taste in your mouth.
Yeah.
And like like if it happens enough, it's like if I don't do it, it's not going to get done.
Yeah, and it's hard to relearn to communicate after you've been
Yeah,
scorned like that.
trust is a hard thing,
Yeah.
But I'm glad to see that she is like communicating with her other with her sous chefs.
Yeah, with her
That's
assistants.
yeah, that's really good.
Yeah, with her shoes.
Although I would really call her more of a cook than a chef. Chefs usually go to school for
Oh,
it.
and cooks usually get hired for their talent.
Yes. Yes. I mean, but they often use them interchangeably. Like, so it's fine, but just
She would more qualify as a cook.
technicalities.
Got it. Okay, press play.
You give it a thumbs up.
Oh, she's smiling. I don't think I've seen her smile yet.
Right now at the moment,
Not
I
really.
understand Chef Ramsay's whole concept is to communicate and keep everything in order. I gotta get it going. As long as I can communicate with the guys next to me, it will get it working properly.
I need to concentrate on Dee's table, yes?
We are doing it now.
Okay.
Take the 2 burgers whenever you can.
Melissa really shocked me tonight where she was able to ask Eric and George,
Well, you weren't the
can
one
do
that was
this? Can you
sassy
get
with
this?
her
We
last
are
time.
doing real well.
I
Let's
would
keep
give
it up.
you the cold
Sometimes
shoulder.
wait, okay, pause it.
Okay.
Lovely. Let's go.
Okay. So so you are as a cook, you are in back of house. You are prepping the food.
Yeah.
You are the first fuck up. If you fuck up the food in the kitchen. However, you're not the one who has to deal with an irate customer.
Correct.
Typically.
I can
That is
understand them being upset,
that is
but
the wait staff.
if
That
you gave
is
me that kind of sass, I would give you a cold shoulder for like at least a week.
Oh, I know. I don't sass you. Are you crazy? But we have had wait staff come back and be like, "Yo, this has this on it. It's not supposed to have this on it." And like, in really their attitude can depend on how the customer's attitude is. And I will say one thing, having worked in the kitchen and understanding the pressure that can go on back there, I'm like, you know what? I find myself a lot more like understanding if there's a mistake made.
Oh, you've been humbled.
Yes. All right, you can press play.
Okay. You've been humbled.
the night, we had a couple of really large screw-ups. But in the end, it all worked
Melissa's
out.
smile is so
Great
pretty.
menu, right?
Right?
Everybody's happy. I feel very excited. I feel good.
That's it.
Oh, good for Bill. Billy?
I like that.
I found this Cash App card.
In the next couple of days, the word continued to spread throughout Long Island about its first gastropub.
We have a wonderful new menu.
That was the best burger I've ever eaten. I thought it was cooked really well.
Reinvigorated by the new direction and updated menu, Melissa has found her passion again.
Again, she never
Again.
had it.
Chef Ramsay being
She
here
found her
has
passion
definitely
at
brought new
last.
life into my job. Chicken sandwiches up and out, burgers up and out. I do have more passion about it. I want to make sure everything is good. I'm surprised at myself now.
Even the waitstaff has taken it upon themselves to maintain the cleanliness of the restaurant.
Which is
We're gonna
kind
make
of
a
their
list of
basic
what
job.
needs to be cleaned
Like,
every night because we want
right?
to keep it clean and we want to make
There-
it look like presentable.
Okay.
It's kind
There-
of like their
There's
job
a
to keep it clean.
Yeah. So
The bare minimum.
the lady, the dishwasher lady, she would mop the floor in the like main restaurant at least once a day, whenever it was like really, really, really like slow. And there was like nobody in there. She would mop the floor in there. But like generally speaking, sweeping and that sort of thing and cleaning the tables and scrubbing the tables. Yeah, that is the wait staff's job. Our job is the kitchen. We keep the kitchen neat and orderly and tidy and clean and sanitary.
Yeah.
That's just basic.
Yeah, I worked in a bookstore and I've worked with children in a classroom. And if you work in a bookstore, you have to vacuum, you have to scrub the counters, you have to dust the books, you have to make sure everything looks nice and pristine and clean the tables that the books are displayed on. In the kids' rooms, you have to sanitize the tables every night. You have to sanitize all the chairs. You have to clean the counters. You have to, they do have janitors that will do the floors for you, so you don't actually have to worry about the floors. But that was my job. It's like if you get a job, you still have to be responsible for the cleanliness of the environment that you live in, or that you work
Exactly.
in, rather.
Exactly. Now, that's not to say that they weren't necessarily cleaning the front and the tables and all that before,
Yeah.
but like obviously they're making a bigger emphasis because of the walk-in fridge.
Because of the
you know,
walk-in fridge. Because
yeah,
of the turd-colored clam.
yeah, yeah. Oh, I was so glad that was a clam.
Me too. I also find that if you're in a clean environment, whether at home or at work, or if you try to maintain to keep it clean, you're happier, you're healthier, you have a little bit more ambition or passion to do other things, you know? So Melissa finally being able to finally being able to cook because she's in a nice clean environment and finding that passion, psychologically it makes sense because she's no longer surrounded by filth, you know?
True. That does make some sense.
Yeah.
But I'm glad that she's communicating. I'm glad that they're cleaning,
Yes,
you know.
me too, and I hope they maintained it.
Yeah.
And Billy, with renewed hope and determination,
It's really
is
easy to
moving
backslide
forward,
if you're not really a clean person.
inspiring everyone to make the handlebar a success.
Well done. This place is going to be a success, I tell you. Great location, great food, great gastropub.
My wife and myself are very appreciative of what he did. Seemed like there was a black cloud hanging over the handlebar. I think the sun's starting to shine a little bit.
Congratulations on being Long Island's first gastropub.
And we're all smiling. We're so happy he's leaving.
Chef Ramsay came
I'm
to my
joking.
restaurant, went above and beyond anything I could have possibly asked for, and I know this restaurant's going to be successful from here on out.
Aww.
That was tough. Very tough indeed. We made a lot of changes. Changed the menu, changed the decor. But there's one thing in there that I thought was completely unchangeable. And that was
Melissa.
Bill. And we even managed that.
That was Bill. My
Okay.
question is, are they still open?
I have it up.
Oh, you do? Okay.
So,
Like
Yelp
mine's.
reviews after the show filmed were average. Gordon revisits a year later in Kitchen Nightmares Revisited episode. It's still open with happier owners. Billy is still stubborn, but less so. Melissa is still in the kitchen, much to Gordon's surprise. And the walk-in is immaculate. The filet he orders is tender and delicious. However,
Oh, no.
they
Oh, wait, you went out. What happened? However,
visit
what?
episode.
You went out. However, what?
Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
I
Can you
can.
hear me?
I can. I
Okay.
can.
However, they closed in 2009, shortly after the revisit episode.
Oh, no. They closed?
Oh, the restaurant was sold to new owners.
Oh, new owners.
Oh, and then Billy passed away from cancer in November of 2015.
Oh, that's sad. Poor Billy. Poor Carolyn.
The restaurant reopens in 2010 as Skybox Restaurant and Sports Grill. This is open for like a year and closes in 2012. Yelp reviews prior to the closure were average. The restaurant later is reopened as Benchwarmers Tavern and Grill. It's a sports bar and it is still open at the time of this article or whatever. Handlebar, yeah, Benchwarmers has better reviews than its predecessors.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, so that's really sad about Billy.
Yeah, poor Billy. Poor Caroline. Carolyn?
Caroline, yeah.
Yeah.
Carolyn, yeah. Oh.
Well, that was actually a lot of fun. We did talk a lot, but I'm okay with that.
We did
I did
talk
give
a
like
lot.
a nice warning
Yes,
ahead of time.
we did
And you know
warn
what? I'm not even going to split this into 2 parts. You guys are going to get all 3 hours of it.
all 3 hours of it. That's fine. You know what? I long for us to be somebody's like background noise.
I know, right? That would be so cool.
But no, that is really sad. But I mean, we don't know like what the reason was. Maybe they just decided to go ahead and sell it and they actually made a little bit of a profit.
Maybe they
But
sold
you
it
do
for health reasons.
maybe, but you do also have to take into account that by the time they are calling in Gordon Ramsay, a lot of these restaurants are already in the red. They're already failing, and this is like a last-ditch effort to actually save them.
And sometimes even if you turn the restaurant around, you still don't have enough money to keep it afloat. That's the sad fact of it all.
Exactly. Alexa, turn on my light.
Well, I think that was a good episode, and I wouldn't mind doing it again with you sometime.
I would absolutely love that. That would be so nice.
Okay, well, this is Missy. She
Hi.
worked in a restaurant, and she's my partner, so I have her come on whenever I want because we live together.
I am at your disposal. You know what? Maybe I will have you on my channel sometimes, and you can listen to me ramble about, I don't know, serial killers or Am I the Assholes?
Ooh, I would love that 100%. Ooh, if we do serial killers, I know a couple of really good podcasts we could react to, if you're interested.
That, yes.
Okay. Okay. Bye, guys. Thank you for dropping by. Bye.
Bye.